This is Bruce Buffer, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for the MMA-Holes!
Mixed martial a-holes. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes. You like to be a mixed martial a-hole. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes.
No way.
From the Aunt and Uncle Studios of Arizona, UFC 258 Fight Week, Usman Burns. Bellator has a Grand Prix, signs with Showtime, Nate Diaz in the news, and we have a special guest tonight, Elliot Hebert with the MMA-Holes. Yeah. Yes. Wonderful. We are here. We are live. The MMA-Holes Wednesday show. You see over Jesse's shoulder, there's a poster. UFC 258, Usman and Burns is this Saturday. We will be reacting to it. We will have Elliot, I think it's Hebert or Hebert. We'll find out how you say his name. I don't know. We're going to learn about him tonight, and he's coming on the second half of the show. Trains with Dustin Poirier, and he looks like a savage. So I like to talk to savages here. I got a little buzz cut from the JBH, so thank you to JBH for that. That's wonderful.
Wonderful.
And let's get right into it. Check this out over here. This is our thumbnail. Many stories to talk about tonight. This is Season 5, Episode number 5.
Moss. What do you want me? I'm in the middle of a social media post. Hold on. One second. Say something. Hold on.
What media are you posting on?
Twitter. Go
follow us at the MMA-Holes on Twitter. We don't give a shout out to our Instagram either. I mean, listen, it's at the MMA-Holes on every platform. At the THEMMAHOLES on all the platforms. Follow us on IG. Twitter's cool, but follow us on IG. We want to get some new people over there. We really would like to give some more content there as well. We do live streams on there. We do our posts, like clips of the show and some other stuff. So check us out on the gram. So here's Mr. Hebert, a brand spanking new fighter into the game over here. He's on a 2-fight win streak. We're going to talk to him on the second half of the show. This weekend, we have some fights, and we also have Bellator. Bellator drops a bomb on everybody and says, hey, we're with Showtime. And I'm like, hey, this is getting fucking expensive. I dropped into Robin Black's live stream on YouTube. Shout out to Robin Black. And I was like, it's getting expensive to be an MMA fan. And, of course, he's got to give the politically correct, answer because he works with Bellator, of course. So he said it was like a wine. Like, if you want a good wine, you got to pay for it.
Yes.
I don't want wine. I want MMA. And now having to get Showtime on top of my ESPN Plus, and bare knuckle you got to pay for. You got to pay for everything. You know what you don't have to pay for? XMMA. Don't have to pay a damn dime for that. Show it right on this channel over here. I wish that these other MMA promotions could do something like that, or get on like a major network. And like the big sports, I would love to see the UFC do something like that. But now Bellator is with Showtime, and it's like I'm kind of torn because as soon as I saw the Showtime logo, Bellator, all I thought was Strikeforce. And I love Strikeforce. I really did. So that match, it's kind of like Strikeforce is back. You got Scott Coker. You got Showtime. Okay, that's kind of cool. But I don't have Showtime. So what are we going to do here, Jesse?
Get Showtime.
We have to get Showtime now. Is there a cheap way to get Showtime? Now, I mean...
I'm sure they have subscription packages.
I just want to watch Bellator. I don't give two shits about Showtime.
Listen, we're gonna have to get Showtime, so you're gonna have to suck it up, Buttercup.
I watched last night while you were sleeping. I watched Luke Thomas and the other guy.
I was sleeping.
Yeah, on they did like a Showtime special with Bellator announcing the Grand Prix. The Grand Prix looks pretty cool, actually. I kind of like. They're just coming out swinging with Rumble Johnson versus Yoel Romero. Mm-hmm. You got Phil Davis. You got what's his name? Vadim Nemkov, the champ over there. The guy is scary good. Mm-hmm. Bader versus Machida, and Corey Anderson versus that guy. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, this is kind of cool how they're coming out swinging like this. You know, Showtime, let's drop the big bomb with Yoel Romero versus Rumble Johnson. It's kind of cool. But I don't want to pay for it.
I don't blame you, but it's gonna have to happen.
No.
And I agree that it was a smart move. You can't really blame Bellator for it. You know, it's an easy way to make money, and it's proof. And I have a story on it. It's proof that fans will follow fighters no matter where they go. You know, it's not the organization, it's the fighter.
Yeah. What are we going to do about this?
In the chat, Brewster says, LOL, swinging with Romero. He doesn't swing. 2 joints says Chris's hair equals Rumble. Matt Stone says 2 joints, about 350 is from South Park. MJ says, I'll give you guys the Russian link to Bellator. No, thank you. PPV Dizzle says Bellator is coming up to being number 1. It's weird that Vic was talking about Gaethje fighting tomato cans in the G Leagues, then he fights tomato cans. Why are you in all caps, my friend? Why are you yelling at us? Cornelia says they need to pay me to look at Luke Thomas's face.
Oh, yeah, you know, you reminded me where I was going with that. So he's with the other guy from Morning Combat, and they're with Showtime. So congratulations, they're working now with Bellator as well.
What?
Did you see any of it?
I saw a little bit at the beginning, yeah.
My goodness.
I mean, listen, is he ever watchable? Like,
he is doing slapstick humor now. Luke Thomas.
I know. Listen.
What is going on?
It
is the cringiest. Like, at least we want to be cringe. We started from the very beginning cringe. Luke Thomas was a serious reporter, like an MMA journalist. I'm Luke Thomas. I'm going to shove my opinion down your throat. Now
he
he's
still does that.
This like fat, frumpy, like, yuck, yuck, yuck. Let's have some drinks with my buddy. Funny, funny, funny. Like, I'm like, this is terrible. It's terrible. It is absolute. I'm watching these jokes like just completely bounce off my fucking face.
Listen,
I'm like, this is supposed to be funny.
It works for some people and not others. What are you gonna do?
It is
maybe
terrible.
Maybe to him, he thinks it works.
Luke Thomas, listen, you gotta stop. That other Brian guy, Brian Campbell. He already was a yucky, you know. Hey, look at me, I'm Brian Campbell. Oh yeah, zinger. He was already that. So, okay. He didn't, but Luke Thomas is trying to be like this guy, and they're saying the most ridiculous, stupid shit. And then they're like awkwardly staring at each other. And I'm like, what is going on? What is going on? It is terrible. Terrible.
Oh my God.
Listen, this is an ask for a receipt.
That's why I don't watch. I don't know why you watch. Like,
Well, I did want to find out about Bellator. I did want to find out, like, what the fighters had to say, you know. But yeah, it's bad.
FBG says Luke is better than Shab, which is still fucking absolutely terrible.
I don't know. You know what? I'm going to say this. I think Brendan's more watchable because at least he's just a dope. Like, he's just a dopey dude. Like, Luke Thomas just tries to take himself serious.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Like, we're a dopey couple.
Well, that's what, but look at our name.
Yeah, we started that way.
Yeah. But I don't like either of them, but I think I agree Brendan Schaub is probably more tolerable than Luke Thomas.
Yeah, because he already was a goofball. It's not like he was a fighter. And every time you saw him open his mouth on Rogan, he was just a goofball.
At the end of the day,
you can't take him serious.
Everybody tries to do what works. And we've seen lately that a lot of people have picked up on the fact that goofy works. So Luke Thomas is just trying to ride that train just like everybody else, and it's just not working for him. It is what it is.
Can't believe what I'm watching. I literally, I remember how Luke Thomas was, and I understand everyone evolves. And if he's happy doing what he's doing, that's great. You know, good for him. I'm glad he's successful and happy. But just the actual content. What in the holy fuck is going on?
I don't know.
He used to be like, I'm a Marine, stay frosty, blah, blah, blah. My opinion's better than yours. Let me break this down. You listen and shut the fuck up. And now it's like Brian Kent's like, skip it up. All right, let's get to the first story, Jeff.
Okay. All right, first story of the evening, Moss.
Fucking weird, man.
Yeah.
It creeps me out.
Nate Diaz angling for Dustin Poirier and or Charles Oliveira at welterweight, Moss.
Did you see that interview?
I did. He's looking a little old. I'm not gonna lie, looking a little long in the tooth. But I'm excited to see. And you know what was weird? He was actually
Nate Diaz is weird.
Well, no, he was actually understandable.
Yeah, that's what I was saying when we were watching it. You
could actually interpret what he was saying.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Nothing that he says makes sense. But he is like if Nick Diaz was understandable. Like it's bizarre. They both speak the same way, but Nate, you can kind of pull something out of him, whereas Nick is completely out of his mind.
Yeah.
This interview was bonkers, though. It was a really weird.
It's always bonkers.
It was weird, man.
It's always bonkers.
I love Nate, man. I love him, and I like the fact that he's like, I'm never gonna get knocked out, man. I'm just gonna go in there. You gotta kill me in there, man. I'm not gonna get knocked out. You know, I like that he.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right, according to Farrah Hannon of MMA Junkie, hopefully edging closer to a UFC return, Nate Diaz has 2 potential opponents in mind.
Super chat.
What up, Trey?
Dre. What's funny about that, Moss?
That's supposed to be wonderful, wonderful. How you doing, Dre?
Lord.
Thank you. Nowadays, everybody's got to talk like they got something to say. Nothing comes out when they move their lips. Just a bunch of gibberish. Oh, they forgot about Dre. All right, yeah.
All right. Diaz, who hasn't competed since a third-round doctor stoppage loss to Jorge Masvidal in November 2019, has made it clear that he wants matchups against either Dustin Poirier or Charles Oliveira, but at welterweight, not lightweight, where both men are top contenders. Poirier and Diaz were both booked to meet at UFC 230 in 2018, but the fight was scrapped after Poirier was injured. The Diamond went on to face Max Holloway instead and captured the interim lightweight title in April 2019. Although he wasn't able to defeat undisputed champ Khabib Nurmagomedov 5 months later, Poirier now is riding a wave of momentum, having outlasted Dan Hooker in a 2020 Fight of the Year contender last July and defeating Conor McGregor by second-round TKO last month at UFC 257. Poirier even mentioned Diaz as a potential next opponent after beating McGregor, which caught the attention of Diaz, who thinks it's the perfect time to have their fight rebooked. Diaz continued by saying, quote, I'm not gonna play something nice guy like how Conor McGregor just did with him. Conor just walked him right in for the taking. I think that a fight with me would be more real, a more serious situation for him. I don't think he could sleep with that. The other name Diaz is interested in fighting is the streaking Oliveira, who dominated Tony Ferguson last December at UFC 256 for his 8th win in a row.
Okay. What do you think about this, man? Like, he's not fired up to come back. He's sitting in his gaming chair, looking a little thick out there. And
did you see what Conor said about his
sweet race car chair?
Yeah,
Conor. That's not nice, Mr. Not Nice Guy, Conor. I don't know. But yeah, Nate Diaz, I hope he does come back. I like Nate. I really do. And we joke around about his speech and whatever, but he's a G, man. Win or lose, Nate's fun. He's game. He's always a problem when he goes out there.
Yeah.
So fighting Dustin Poirier at a welterweight, well, Dustin's interested. Mm-hmm. Did you see what Dustin said?
I saw him say something about a more comfortable weight class or something, or like fighting at my own weight or something like that, my walk around weight.
The Diamond responded, and he says, well, a lot of hot sauce stuff, but where is it? Where's Dustin? Where are you, Dustin? Did I pass it?
Oh, here we go. A fight closer to my natural weight sounds like a great idea.
Yeah. So Dustin, he's down. He even brought up Nate's name. Dustin don't give a shit about the belt anymore. He don't care. He just wants to make some money, put on some good fights. Mm-hmm. It's kind of weird, man, how everything's working out. Now they're saying that Khabib, that's it. May comes around, this belt is up for grabs.
Yes.
So Dustin should be fighting for that belt, but it's kind of fire. It's kind of wild that DP is just kind of like, yeah, I'll just take this at 170. I'll fight Conor in a trilogy. Like, you don't give a fuck. It's kind of badass.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
No? What do you think?
I think it's cool that he's like entertaining the idea, but look at where he is right now with 155. It would be kind of stupid for him to fight at welterweight at this point. I mean, he's literally right there to having that strap wrapped around his waist.
Well, if you're getting big paychecks, he signed another contract, an extension, and if he's getting top dollar, and the only difference is having a belt around your waist or not around your waist. Maybe
But
he
that's
already
a
did
big
interim.
difference.
Yeah, I mean, unless you want a shiny belt, a new toy.
Of course
He's
he
got
wants a
one,
belt.
you know? But I mean, it just seems like that as long as Khabib is kind of floating around, it's kind of like he's so much better than all these guys. Dustin's like, I'm just going to fight good fights, make some money, work on my charity, be a good husband. It's kind of a badass move.
Yeah, I don't know. If I were Dustin Poirier, I would stay at 155, get my belt, and then maybe entertain the idea of welterweight.
I'm digging this, man. It would be kind of cool if no fighter cared about belts anymore. Like everyone's just like, fuck the belts. Like it's kind of a slap in the face to UFC, you know? I just want to have fights and make money.
Well, there are fighters like that.
Yeah, fuck the belts.
Just not enough.
I think it's kind of cool. Like the top tier guys, like, yeah, go ahead, fight for the belt. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
You play with that stupid Power Ranger belt.
Listen,
you know?
if Dustin
cool.
Poirier, I would be shocked if Dustin Poirier entertained this idea at welterweight before getting his belt. I like that he's entertaining it. I like that he's like keeping it up in the air and putting it in everybody's heads that he would be willing to take a fight at welterweight against Nate Diaz. I just hope that he gets his belt first. Get the belt at 155. Fight Oliveira, whoever. Connor for the trilogy. I don't like the trilogy match for the belt, but if that's what it is, then that's what it is. Get the belt first, and then I say move to welterweight, fight Nate Diaz, and those are both big paychecks right there. But get the belt.
So we did a poll. Corey Sandhagen knocking out Frankie Edgar, and we also did Ben Askren getting knocked out by Jorge Masvidal. Okay, and this is a perfect example that belts mean shit. Mm-hmm. Because I am like
I disagree.
Shocked.
I disagree.
I am shocked by it. And this poll just speaks everything. People don't give a fuck. Because honestly, Sandhagen Edgar, that's a #1 contender fight right there, right? And it was so crazy what Sandhagen did to Frankie. Frankie's a fucking stud legend, former champion. Ben Askren's not even near what Frankie Edgar is. Mm-hmm. You know, Frankie's still doing it. Yeah. You know, like it's just nuts to even compare. But 80% of the people say that Jorge Masvidal had the better flying knee, right? But when you put a lot of things into consideration, you got to think Sandhagen. Like it's a decent argument. A lot of people are saying it's not even close. You know why it's not close? Because belts, rankings, they all don't mean jack shit, Jesse. When it comes down to it, we're watching men and women fight in a cage. And that's all people care about, realistically. People might say, yeah, you got to respect the rankings. But at the end of the day, all we want to do is watch a fight that's just awesome.
Yeah.
That's all we care about, a crazy knockout, crazy submission, a 5-round war. That's what we want to see. These belts are just to sell pay-per-views. Yeah. That's realistically what they are. And with Dustin Poirier saying I'm going to fight, this guy and that guy has nothing to do with belts. It's kind of cool.
I think belts have some semblance of an importance, though, because when you look at it, like if you think about when they put together super fights, belt versus belt, like that's exciting. So belts do mean something.
Yeah, they mean pay-per-views. That's what they mean.
Listen, yeah, I mean, I'm sure that's the main reason that they're used at this point. But I think especially when you put together a super fight, like Jan and Izzy coming up, that's fun, that's exciting. But it wouldn't be as exciting without the belts.
We're seeing pay-per-views now being headlined by stars. You know, it's things are changing. So eventually, the UFC's got to make these belts more interesting. There's got to be something around this belt.
Like an incentive?
No, it's got to be something about this belt that's so powerful. I feel like ever since the UFC changed the belt.
Like what?
Did you notice this? Ever since the UFC turned to the Power Ranger belt, it kind of means nothing. Do you think about it?
No, that's not true.
A lot of guys are just bouncing around.
What are you implying that it needs? That the
I
other belt
feel
didn't have?
that the other UFC belts had that classic, that like, I don't know, there was the history behind it. It was just a fucking badass belt. People wanted that thing.
Changes.
No one wants the Power Ranger belt. No one wants it.
It's slick. It's new.
No one gives a shit about it.
It's enticing. It's shinier.
Even when you see them drape it over their shoulder, it's like they kind of don't even care.
Listen,
it's not the same.
I don't know what else you would give to up the value of the belt itself. I mean, the belt is a belt.
They even slapped the belt in the face, and I see in the chat, by putting a BMF belt out there.
That was a silver belt, and it wasn't even a gold UFC
This is what I'm trying to say. It's a slap in the face. The belt means jack shit. No one cares. You got fighters that don't give a fuck.
So are you saying that if they had never created the BMF belt, that maybe there'd be more value on the championship
I'm saying
belt?
As soon as they changed that UFC belt, it's almost like everything changed. I feel like
I don't know, because they made
started going downhill.
I do agree the whole BMF thing So would you imply that if they did not do the BMF thing, that the championship belt would have a little bit more value?
I think the BMF was a player in the situation that kind of devalued the belt. I mean, they literally had 2 journeymen fight for a belt that was fake. It was a slap in the face to every champion in the league, just to sell pay-per-views.
So what would you suggest they do different?
Well, they did it already. So now it's
to regain what they had.
Yeah, they have to backpedal. That's what they got to figure something out. Honestly, they have to do something with this fucking belt that are going to really make people go for this thing.
Like what?
Because
I can't think of anything.
Fighters well, that's their job, not mine. Fighters now, all they give a fuck about they're getting paid the big bucks, not me. Listen, I'm just putting it out on the table and telling you guys and gals that this is what's happening.
Okay, but I'm asking, as a fan, what do you want to see? If you're saying that as a fan the belt is not enticing enough, what would be enticing to you?
A vest. A championship vest.
A vest and a belt, or just a vest?
Maybe a top hat.
Yeah.
Maybe a championship top hat.
A gold emblem on it?
Ooh, top of the morning to you. Like, just put a fucking top hat on them. Maybe change it. Maybe get rid of the belt. Scrap the belt. You already devalue the belt. No one gives a shit about it anymore, right? Ooh, they putting gems on it. No one cares.
The championship
They got
vest.
people rather fight it like anywhere else but here. Put a fucking, I don't know.
Shoes. Championship
bow tie.
shoes.
A championship bow tie. Put it right on their fucking neck. Like, think about it, though. It's the truth, though.
Oh, God. In all seriousness, I can kind of understand where you're coming from as far as the value being decreased from the belt. But
it's about money. Money.
I don't think it's been completely devalued to the point where people don't care about it. Because I still care about the belts. I still especially if I know there's an opportunity for a fighter to become a double champ. Like, that's really exciting, but you need a belt for that.
If the belts really mean something, like Khabib would come back for 30-0, be like, defend the belt another time, 30-0, blah blah. He don't give a fuck. No one cares. The belt.
Well, no, you're talking about a fighter who doesn't really. He's not in it for.
Yeah, because the belt sucks.
No, you have to take a fighter like
Khabib needs
Conor or
top hat
or Adesanya, like someone who actually gives a fuck about being a champion.
Here's the thing: when you lose that belt, it's not like the old days. It's not like the old days when you lost that belt, you'd be devastated. They kind of like, you lose the belt. Well, I'll make some money doing this now.
That's because too many fighters are just blatantly giving up the belt. Like,
how
you
about
look
a trophy?
at Cejudo.
We'll give him a trophy or some shit.
Why would you give him a trophy?
Because the belt's devalued. It's gone. No one cares about the belt anymore. They changed that belt. No one gives a fuck.
A trophy is not going to up the value of that.
Yeah, trophy.
If anything, a trophy is worse. No, the belt. There's something about the belt.
When you were a kid.
When Dana White comes up and wraps that belt around the new champion and clips that belt. If Dana White's walking up and giving a fucking trophy, it's just
all right. Let me put it to you this way: the Stanley Cup. When a hockey team wins Lord Stanley's Cup, it is literally, I get chills no matter what team holds that fucking cup in the air. I get chills. When someone wins the fucking Power Ranger belt, I don't care.
Moss, the whole point about combat sports is differentiating themselves from all other leagues and all other sports. Like
the Lombardi Trophy. They lift up the Lombardi Trophy. Everyone's going crazy, tears down the eyes.
Super Bowl, Moss. Like,
you put a fucking belt on, no one gives a shit.
Oh, God, you're the worst.
That belt
you
before.
Do care.
That belt before was fantastic. It was a fantastic, classic-looking belt.
So it's not the fact that it's a belt.
Then they fucking make the BMF.
They changed it.
They got a fucking Power Ranger belt. No one cares.
Moss.
I'm telling you, it's the truth.
Come on. Oh, you're the worst.
Super chat.
Trophy, I like that.
You're right, guys.
Hey, Phil, what up, Phil? How you doing? Go subscribe to Phil Star 905s. He's got a YouTube channel, made some wonderful, wonderful videos. Let's see what the chat says. I mean, listen, I think I'm onto something here. We got to do something.
Every other sport has a trophy. Why is that weird? It's not weird. Nobody said it was weird. I'm saying in combat sports, and one of the biggest things that the UFC did was try to differentiate themselves from other sports by having a belt and not a trophy.
It's like boxing. Like,
but if you have a trophy...
You got 400 belts. They don't care in boxing.
But they don't have 400 belts in the UFC.
Well, they do. They have the BMF.
It's one belt per division.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Kainoto.
Jesus Masvidal Moss. Corey is a much bigger fighter than Frankie. Frankie is beloved. The stage was much smaller. Jorge did it to a bigger opponent on a bigger stage and in crazy record time. God. Plus all the shit talking Ben did. Come on, MOS.
Would you stop with the size difference thing? Like, you're obsessed with tall guy versus small guy. What is that about? What is that even? We're in MMA. You can have a 6'3" guy fight a fucking 4'11" dude, and the 4'11" dude has just as good a chance as the 6'3" guy. That's MMA. That's the beauty of the sport. What are we talking about the height? Michael Chandler just knocked out a giraffe. An Australian fucking giraffe the other night. Easy. I mean, what the fuck? Even at the face-offs, Michael Chandler looked at him. He's like, wow, he's tall. Can't wait to knock his fucking ass out. Like, it's come on. What? It doesn't. Statistics say that height means nothing in MMA. Reach, maybe a little bit, but height means absolutely nothing. Hogwash. What is going on?
Hogwash.
Hogwash. No one's buying into that shit.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Like, Jesus.
I watched the Nate Diaz interview. He reminded me of Beavis and Butthead. He has the same laugh or smirking face, at the end of every point he's making.
He does, actually. He does. I can see Ariel's asking a question.
Wonderful, wonderful.
But why?
Only certain people are hungry enough to be considered true champs. Izzy, Jones, Khabib, Cejudo. Lot of these youth guys are scrubs. Controversial opinion.
Okay.
But this is so. I like that he said that, because this kind of goes back to my original point. If you take someone like Khabib, yeah, he wanted to leave a legacy behind, but at the end of the day, if you were to take a fighter like Khabib compared to a fighter like Conor, who cares more about a belt? Conor. You take someone like Conor or Izzy or people who fighters who genuinely just want that fucking belt wrapped around their waist, then it makes for an exciting thing because you want to see them get that belt. Izzy wants to be a double champ.
Conor, yeah, but Conor wanted the belt, but he couldn't give two fucks. He went up because he said he was going to be a double champ and then get rich and leave the sport. That was his game plan.
And that's what he did. And now what's he doing? He's coming back for the belt.
Yeah, he likes to compete and this and that, but he takes an L, right? And he doesn't give a fuck anymore.
Yes, he does. There's a reason he's lobbying for the
Power
third
Ranger
fight
belt.
for the
They don't want it. They don't care.
But no, they do care. It's just you take someone like Henry Cejudo who blatantly just gave up his belt. Like,
yeah, he doesn't care.
Like, those are the fighters that make you think. Those are the fighters that make you think that they don't care about the belt. But they do. They do. If they didn't care, they wouldn't be fighting their way up to become champion.
Or Demetrius Johnson when he lost to Henry Cejudo. And by the way, Henry Cejudo, answer your fucking DMs.
I gotta pee.
For God's sakes. We're neighbors, for God's sakes. What are you, like, really? Is it because of Ali Abdel-Laslees? He won't let you talk to us? Like, what the fuck, Henry? Answer your DMs. I'll get you on the show. Henry, I mean, Mighty Mouse, the last fight, he kind of mailed it in. And then just, like, left the UFC. He's like, whatever. You know, here's the thing. When it comes to champions, you have to be born a champion, right? Like, it's got to be in your heart, in your soul, as an athlete, a fighter, whatever. Anything in life. You have to have it in you in order to achieve that goal, right? Some people do, some people don't. But what we're seeing now is people that have it in them and kind of like, eh. And I do think that this new belt, or it's not new anymore, it's been around for a little bit now. I do think that this belt, it's kind of lost a little bit. And the BMF was the icing on the cake. Once that happened, it was just kind of like a free-for-all. How they going to hand out a BMF belt? Doesn't mean jack shit. Like, it was just weird. And now you see fighters like Dustin Poirier, who should be saying, give me that belt, let's go, let's fight for that belt. And it's kind of like, yeah, but he's not pushing for it. She thinks she's on the show in the bathroom. Maybe I should put a microphone in the bathroom. She's yelling from the bathroom. So I'm just going to sit here and wait. But how about a trophy? Someone threw that in the chat, and I didn't. Honestly, this conversation wasn't even thought about before the show. It just came up now. I'm just talking off the top of my head. But someone throws a trophy out there. Why not? Why not change it up? Give him a goddamn trophy, man. Imagine walking to the fucking cage with a big-ass trophy, like Dana White's head, like a gold Dana White head.
Okay, he did say that. Dustin Poirier did say to give him the belt. Remember, right after the fight, he was tweeting about...
Yeah, but he didn't go crazy with it. He was just like,
did.
Whatever.
And then when people were asking him...
He said uncrowned champ.
No, he said, what did he say, guys? He had another tweet that he said about it too. And then when people were asking him where his belt was, he was making jokes like they said they sent it in the mail and all this stuff. Like, he did want that belt.
Did you watch that post-fight press conference? He doesn't give a fuck.
Moss,
he doesn't care.
The post-fight press conference came and he even admitted that he was in like a really dark place mentally when he was there at Fight Island.
So what's his
that had nothing
excuse
to do
now?
with the belt.
So was he going to fight Nate Diaz at 170 for the 155-pound belt?
No, but that's what I'm saying. He fights at 155 for the belt. It's probably going to be the Conor trilogy that's going to be for the belt.
We don't know what the fuck. No,
I'm saying
I
probably.
hope it's not, but it might. You never know. But I hope it's not.
He fights at 155 for the belt, gets the belt, and then go up to welterweight and fight Nate Diaz. That's perfectly. I think that's a great plan to execute because it's two different paydays, big paydays. What?
Do you think that the belt is what it was?
What do you mean? What? Yeah, I think it's just as valuable. Yes.
Yeah, you think so?
Yes, I do.
Okay, let's ask the chat.
Okay. FVG says they can fight 170 for payday. It's fucking prize fighting.
Yeah.
Sean Hart says Kainoto no. Ademus Luck says I'm not buying Conor versus Poirier. Two joints.
Listen, that third fight, even if it happens next, it's fine. But if it happens for the belt, even as a Conor fan, I'm like, you know?
You don't like it for the belt?
No, I don't like it for the belt.
See, that's what I said.
I don't like it. I like honestly, if they book that fight right now, if they're like Conor, Poirier, 1-1, knockout, this is to settle the score.
Yeah.
Okay, drop it in May. Sure, that's fantastic. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
But throwing a belt there, nah. It really doesn't make sense. It doesn't. I'm sorry, Conor McGregor. I have to go against that in every way. It doesn't make sense to me. But if they make the fight happen just because they want to settle the score, I'm in. They can have a pay-per-view headline with those two, and they would make a ton of money, and we finally get an outcome. Who is the victor? You know, like, great. But not for a belt.
All right.
Wonderful,
CC.
wonderful.
How you think Nate fares against Ferg Olives and Dustin? I think he has a big chance over them all, but not against any true 170E.
Nate beats Tony.
I don't think he beats Oliveira, though. I think Oliveira would win.
Nate's cool, though, man. Nate's like, I'll fight all these motherfuckers, but they better fight at 170. Nate doesn't care, man. I kind of dig it. Like, listening to that interview, he's basically, like, what I'm saying here is basically piggybacking off of what Nate said. He doesn't give a fuck. I'll fight whenever. I want to fight where at 170. I don't want to fight the 170 guys, though. I want to fight the 155 guys at 170. More natural to their weight. Like, that's what he wants to do.
I think Nate just knows that no matter where he goes or what he does, people are going to want to see him.
He's in limbo. He's in this weird limbo land. He's a prize fighter. That's what Nate Diaz is.
Yeah, he could ultimately do whatever he wanted, and people are going to follow. That's what I was saying in the beginning of the show. People follow the fighter, not the organization. So...
Wonderful, wonderful.
I get it, Moss. Your boy is the munchkin masher, so you gotta take up those bastardist views on size. Lol. You don't get why Jorge's co was more impressive.
No.
Also, my fucking stickers are all gone. What the fuck?
They're right under the chat or the
but
video.
See, kind of, it just sucks that you try to use that as an argument, because now you're just using Conor fighting little guys, and that's just such a typical argument from someone who hates Conor, and it just doesn't.
Well, it's not
it
true.
doesn't make the rest of your argument stand. Like, if you were to make that argument without bringing up Conor, it would have been I don't fuck.
Yeah, listen.
Come on, guys.
You know what sucks? Like, there's a lot of things you can criticize Conor for. Him beating up quote unquote midgets. It's weak. You know, I feel like there's so many better things. So how about this? We'll give you another chance. Go back to the drawing board.
And I only say this because Khabib theoretically fights little guys too. He's a big dude.
Yeah, you can say it about Khabib. You can say it about a lot of guys. Like, it's wrong. Really, it doesn't. Like, you look at the statistics, it doesn't make any sense.
Super chat.
Trying to help you out,
Diaz
man.
versus McGregor 3 or McGregor versus Poirier 3?
I would rather. Well, that's a subjective question. For what? Like, just if we're just looking for a fun fight, that I think the fans are excited to see it. It would be Diaz McGregor for sure. Everybody wants to see that trilogy. I would be more excited for Diaz McGregor than McGregor Poirier.
They're two different storylines.
Yeah.
Because one, like McGregor, yeah, he was the first fight with Diaz. It was like this crazy thing, right? McGregor had a fantastic first round, looked like he was going to destroy Diaz. Second round, gassed out. Diaz chokes him out. It was electrifying. Then that epic rematch where it was a war, 5-round war, bloodbath, great stuff. The rubber match is very interesting. This one here with Poirier and McGregor, I mean, some could say that McGregor looked like a shell of his former self. You know, this nice guy whole thing. It's really strange. The whole second fight with Poirier is really bizarre. So they're two totally different storylines. So I'm good with both. I don't care. Whatever they throw at me, I'm fine. Like, at first, I was leaning towards the Diaz trilogy. As long as you don't make the Dustin trilogy for a belt, even though Dustin deserves a belt.
That's what they were questioning, and this is what I said earlier.
Yeah.
I love the fight, the trilogy. I just don't like it for a belt. But they were talking about that being the next fight for the belt.
That's a problem. It's weird.
Like, what do you do?
So then, if that's the case, if they're saying that's gonna be for a belt, then give me Diaz McGregor 3. Then I'm leaning towards that.
For the belt?
No.
Oh.
I don't want the belt in either of them.
I thought you meant.
Listen, I'm a Conor fan. I would love them to gift him a belt, a chance at another belt. I get it, but it doesn't work.
Yeah, no, you're right. I
work.
completely agree with you. And I think a lot of people can agree with that.
I think they should make Conor versus Ferguson for the belt. I'm kidding. No, I don't think that. I don't think that at all. I just want to, it makes just as much sense, you know?
Let's see. Brewster says, why not, Moss? Do you think Conor would win?
It's possible. I think it's very possible, but who knows? I think Dustin should be the favorite.
Does Conor still smash Justin Moss? I was with you before. I used to think he would destroy him, but after the last fight, I'm not so sure. Also, can Leon Edwards get the belt greater than?
I think Leon can get the belt, but
Justin can 100% knock out Conor.
But with Kamaru Usman sitting up there, he's not getting that gold. Not happening. And he's got to get past HAMZAT, so I think Leon beats HAMZAT. I really do, but with Usman sitting there, no, I don't. He already lost to him. But what's it called? Conor and Gaethje. Yeah, I think Gaethje is a little bit of a head case. I still have to lean towards Conor. My problem is I hope this no more Mr. Nice Guy thing is correct. I hope Conor does go back to his old bag of tricks.
I think it is. Listen, I think Conor heard the fans, and I think he realized, I think he was pulling off the nice guy here because it was Poirier's charity, and he knew Poirier was kind of stepping up and ultimately giving Conor this opportunity, if you think about it, because Conor was lobbying for a fight with Diego Sanchez. He was so desperate for a fight, he wanted Diego Sanchez. And Poirier just straight up said, I'll take a fight with you. So I think Conor had a little respect for him for even stepping up and taking this fight in the first place and making it happen. So I think after this, he knows he's going to be going around, back to vintage Conor.
I didn't want to spend tonight. I didn't even put Conor in the thumbnail. I don't even know how the hell we got down this road. I don't even want to talk about this shit anymore. I just want to address one person and we'll move on. Someone in the chat, Johnny Pocket, says, why does McGregor get all the rematches, lame? Okay, so let me tell you why he gets the rematches. One, because he's their biggest star. That's one. Two, his opponents, even though Nate Diaz was kind of complaining that Conor gets the rematches and he doesn't, Nate did not mind the rematch because they got paid a shitload of money. And Poirier even said, hey, listen, I'll fight Conor a third time. He's down. Right after the fight, he was down for it. They get paid a shitload of money. These guys don't make a lot of money in the UFC, so it's
wonderful.
It's a good paycheck. That's why, really.
I honestly think McGregor wanted to bless Diego with a good payday.
Yeah, see, McGregor's such a giving guy. He just wanted to give,
I thought he wanted the Dirty Sanchez.
Yeah, he just wanted, wanted. Oh, and the finger up his ass. That's possible. All right, let's move on, please. I mean, what the hell? I don't know how the hell we got
because our story started off with Nate Diaz.
All right, let's move.
Khabib, well, this is another one. Khabib says Dustin Poirier deserves to be champ after Conor McGregor victory. So we know Khabib is giving up his belt. Whenever that title fight gets put together, Khabib basically said, I'll do whatever Dana needs me to do, pretty much.
Okay. What does that mean?
Well, I would assume that
Dana needs him to come back.
No, aside from coming back, I would assume that means when Dana finally has a title fight put together, Khabib will be ready to just pass the torch.
Did you know that Eagle FC, everyone's immune from the coronavirus? Did you know this?
Why, they weren't wearing masks?
It was a packed house.
Where was it?
I don't know whether. I'm assuming it was in Russia, right?
Yeah, I would assume.
I mean, I'm watching these highlights. There's people in the stands flipping out. Everyone's going crazy. There's masks on, but everyone's all over the place. No problem.
Well,
I'm gonna just watch Eagle FC, man. I think the coronavirus is a hoax. I don't know.
I'm not gonna go too far into the story. We've already discussed it a million times. But basically, Khabib is very positive on Dustin Poirier becoming the next champ.
Okay, thank you, Khabib, for your 2 cents.
According to Jed Meshew of MMA Fighting, Francis Ngannou reflects on the loss to Stipe Miocic ahead of his rematch, saying, I didn't spend enough time in the octagon to have that experience. First, before I get into the story, Moss, who do you think wins, Stipe or Francis?
I was watching Francis on his YouTube channel, and it looks like he's ready. He looks like he's in great shape. He's working on his ground stuff, the whole deal, his cardio. And I was picking Francis in the rematch. I picked Stipe the first fight. Hold on. I picked Stipe the first fight. Okay, and I was right. The second fight, I'm like, I'm picking Francis. I'm watching him work out.
Okay.
And
Don't say it.
I might go back to Stipe.
No!
Yep.
No!
Yep.
No!
I might do it. Here's why. The Stipe that took time off and went into that DC trilogy and looks really good. Great shape, the whole deal. I have to think that the greatest heavyweight of all time, Stipe Miocic, is going to go into this fight, same deal. He is not losing this thing. I want to pick Ngannou because honestly, I would rather see Ngannou as the champ.
Fuck out.
But I'm telling you right now, listen, I picked Stipe the first time, and then immediately I said rematch. I think I'm going with Ngannou on this one. I'm starting to sway now. I'm starting to move over.
All right, well, let me tell you what it says. According to Jed Mishu of MMA Fighting at UFC 260, Francis Ngannou will have his second chance to claim the UFC heavyweight title when he once again challenges Stipe Miocic for the title of the baddest man on the planet. In their first fight, Miocic survived an early blitz from Ngannou and then dominated the rest of the fight with his superior wrestling and cardio. It was a brilliant performance from Miocic and one that solidified his claim as the greatest heavyweight in UFC history. But it also was a valuable learning experience for Ngannou. Heading into the fight, Ngannou's lack of experience was one of the biggest questions for prognosticators. Ngannou was 6-0 in the UFC at the time, but had only been fighting for just over 4 years and didn't come from a sporting background. Looking back, Ngannou says he can see how much he didn't know going into that fight. He said, quote, "Yes, a very quick rise. I didn't spend enough time in the octagon to have that experience. Even though it was almost 4 years since I'd been doing the sport, but I didn't spend enough time in the octagon to have that experience. I think in one night I covered more than what I'd been spending in the octagon for the rest of my career. Some people get here when they've been having athlete lives for a long time, maybe wrestling, maybe doing some different sport at school, at college, but I never got into that stuff. Growing up, I was just finding my way to survive, and then I end up finding myself in somewhere that I never been there, so the experience was just crazy." Looking back on it, Ngannou says he can just see how different he fought in his loss to Miocic and how he'd had to reckon with that to get back where he is now. Since adjusting to his loss, Ngannou has gone on a tear, knocking out 4 opponents in a combined 2 minutes and 47 seconds.
He's great.
Now he will get his chance for revenge against Miocic next month, an opportunity he has been waiting for some time.
So, listen, I want Ngannou to win. I think Ngannou as a heavyweight champ is just, it's so much fun. It really is.
He's definitely winning this
that
one.
Devastating power, like that explosion, the anticipation of, is this going to be 10 seconds, this fight? Like, what's going on with this guy? This guy's nuts. He's going to run through his next opponent. How long is he going to be able to hold on to this belt? Ngannou versus John Jones. How the hell would you not want to see that fight?
Yeah.
I'd rather see that over Stipe and Jones. And Stipe is great. Stipe, I believe, is the best heavyweight of all time. But if I pick with my heart, I have to say, yeah, I'm going to go Ngannou. But if I start using my brain and start realizing...
What is your brain telling you
why
Ngannou is going to
an easy Stipe win.
Why?
I'm watching Stipe Ngannou train, right? And I see him grappling and sprawling and doing all this crazy stuff.
But
and
do you
I know
think
he's got
that
power.
fight's going to go to grappling?
Yes, I do.
Really?
Stipe's going to do exactly what he did the first time.
Early on in the fight?
No, early in the fight, Stipe is going to play it safe.
Uh-huh.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Avoid that bombs.
Curtis Blades put the fans to sleep multiple times, so it was only fair that Ngannou put him to sleep.
Twice. Thank you, fat ass vegan. I'm just going with evidence that I have. And Stipe
But you
Miocic,
know better than anyone to go based off of previous fights when it comes to rematches. You can't do that. I mean, look at Conor Poirier.
yeah, but still, when Ngannou fought Stipe, yes, Ngannou was a little bit more green then. So Ngannou should be a more polished fighter now. But Stipe Miocic is the greatest heavyweight of all time.
Don't you think about things that happened to Stipe though, like what DC did to Stipe? Don't you think about those
He
things?
got clipped, yeah. And what did Stipe do? He fixed it.
Ngannou has far more power than
I understand.
DC.
I understand, and I want Ngannou to win. But I have to think that Stipe is not as dumb as he sounds. He really isn't. The guy always figures out a good game plan. He did it the first time with Ngannou, and I feel he's going to do it again.
Nah, I'm not.
I hope
buying
I'm wrong.
it.
Like I hope I can
think
change my mind.
Yeah, Ngannou's getting the knockout on this one. But listen, I respect your opinion. If whatever happens, happens. But
I want Ngannou to win. I want to pick with my heart and say, let's go for it. But I gotta be a little smart here. I can't go with my heart with every fight. I did it with Conor. I just can't be doing that.
Yeah.
This here, I have to really think about it. And if you really think about it, there's an easy answer. It's Stipe Miocic. You got to ride him. You got to ride him until he fails you.
Nah, I'm going Ngannou, Moss. Sorry.
Okay. Let's see what the chat says. Ngannou or Stipe Miocic?
Amanda's going to murk. Megan says 2 joints. CC says, I think Usman is going to win and become the best 170er over GSP with a few more defenses. What do you think? Stevie says Stipe actually outboxes Francis first fight, not just wrestled.
It's true. He actually did pretty good on the feet. I mean, that first round was nuts. And then it went all Stipe. Grinded my man.
Sean Hart says Ngannou will pace himself, but Stipe will be ready. Jake the Snakes is well said, Moss. MMA Genius has got Francis via KO. Only matter time. Stipe is getting older and his time will come.
Yes, you know what, though? So is Francis. How old is Francis Ngannou? What is he, 33?
Francis's time's not coming anytime soon.
How old is Francis Ngannou?
I don't know his exact age.
I'll look right now.
Nah, Francis has got time, Moss.
Yeah? Okay. Francis.
Why do you think he's gonna hit the wall?
No, Francis Ngannou is not a spring chicken.
No, but you think he's just gonna hit a slippery slope?
No, you're saying Stipe is getting older. So is Francis. What is Francis getting younger? Like, it's not like Francis is 25 years old. Check it out. The Predator. I mean, scary man. Francis is
34, Moss.
Yeah. How old Stipe? Stipe is what?
Older
Is mid
than 34.
to late? Let's see. Stipe Miocic is what, 37, 38, somewhere around there?
38.
It's 38. Okay.
He's got 4 years on him.
4 years, yeah.
That's that in fighting. That's significant.
But is Ngannou getting older or younger? Is he
What
getting
kind of
younger?
question is that? That's a silly question to ask.
They're saying he's going to be 35 in September. Okay?
Okay, so he's 34.
So here's the deal. I hope Francis wins. I like Francis. I really do. I think this guy's exciting. He's very, very exciting. I just think Stipe is way better.
Get out of here.
I mean, he's like a lot better. Now, hopefully, something comes up. Maybe I could watch something down the road before the fight happens, and I could say, you know what, I saw this. Now I'm going Ngannou. I hope that happens. I hope I see this. But at this moment, at February 10th, Bruce Buffer Bidet Day, I'm going with Stipe.
All right. Well, Moss, I wish I had money in front of me so I could bet against you.
You don't. Next story, please.
All right. Yoel Romero and Anthony Johnson, for those of you guys who don't already know, has been announced for Bellator for a tournament, actually. But this story is more about how the reaction to that fight being put together shows that fans follow fighters regardless of their promotion. Kind of going back to what I was saying in the beginning about fans following fighters, not the organization. According to Danny Segura of MMA Junkie, Yoel Romero knew he wasn't going to become yesterday's news when he left the UFC. The multiple-time UFC title challenger has been a prime topic of conversation in the MMA world since he signed with Bellator, buzz which started again Tuesday with the announcement of his matchup against Anthony Johnson. The two fan favorites are set to meet April 16th at Bellator 257, and the bout is part of the quarterfinal lineup of the Bellator Light Heavyweight Grand Prix. Romero believes the online reaction to the matchup against Johnson is a testament to both of their careers and to how fans will follow the favorite fighters regardless of which promotion hosts their bouts. He said, quote, "The reaction of the fans is always going to be the same. It doesn't depend on what company the fighter is in or where the fighter is fighting at, but more on what the athlete has done." He also continued that by saying the fans will follow you not because of the company or a league that you're competing in, but what the athlete has done. I think the reaction from the fans, it's a reflection of the work that Anthony and I have had outside of Bellator and even outside of the UFC. I've humbly been competing since 1997. I fought in Strikeforce, then UFC, and now I'm in another big company, which is Bellator. I think that's the reaction of a fan base that's been following you for many years. It's obvious that the fan base is aware of the legacy that Anthony Johnson has, as well as myself. Both Romero and Johnson recently joined the Bellator ranks after having lengthy UFC careers. The two are considered among the very best in their divisions as they both stepped away from the UFC competition after title shots in their last respective fights. Romero, who's moving up from middleweight to light heavyweight, will compete on the same card in which the Bellator light heavyweight title will be defended by champ Vadim Nemkov, taking on former title holder Phil Davis. The Nemkov-Davis rematch will also be part of a quarterfinal matchup for the Grand Prix.
I like it. I don't listen. The fact that it's on Showtime kind of bums me out, but good for Bellator. You know, getting with Showtime reminds me of Strikeforce, which is kind of cool. But yeah, to pay for another service bothers me. You look at the bracket and who wins? Who you pick?
For all of them?
You got to pick one. There's only got to be one winner.
Okay.
Think about it.
I'm calling another Romero snooze fest. He gonna play it careful every time people say no way this fight will suck. It sucks lol.
Wow. Man, Yoel Romero. Used to be a pretty exciting fighter. A lot of people throwing shade, you know.
Let's see. I have to be fair.
Now, Romero going up, right? Light heavy.
Yeah, but I don't think Romero's going to win the entire tournament.
I'll tell you what, the way Nemkov looked.
Yeah.
Nemkov looks really good. Corey Anderson looked pretty solid so far.
Well, you got Phil Davis in the mix over there.
I don't think Rumble's going to do it, though. I feel like Rumble...
Yeah, I don't either. As much as I enjoy watching them, and I think there's going to be a big fan base that follows, I don't think they're going to win the tournament.
I'm hoping that we can see that power, you know, where he's putting fools to sleep. I hope we can see that with Rumble, but he's tough. He's a tough pick. I mean, you got to think Nemkov's got to be the favorite to win this thing.
I'm going to go on a whim. I'm going to say Phil Davis. I'm going to say Phil Davis wins the tournament.
My goodness, really?
Yeah, I'm gonna take a sketchy sketchy pick here.
They did Davis dirty, though. Putting him against Nemkov is the first fight. That's kind of fucked.
I feel like maybe we'll see a surprise. Maybe we're gonna get shocked.
Yeah.
You know,
Phil Davis. Here's one thing about Phil. He knows how to win. Mm-hmm. Here's another thing about Phil. He's boring as fuck.
Yeah.
He is boring as fuck.
Yeah. But I think we're gonna see something very shocking. Maybe.
I've fallen asleep many a times to Phil Davis fights. He bored the fuck out of me. Yeah. There was times I'm like, just do something, Phil, please. I understand you're gonna win this fight, but fucking can you just do something, please?
Yeah.
I want to say Bader, but Bader did get smashed, man. He did get smashed pretty bad in his last fight. I think he beats Machida. I think that can happen. Corey Anderson's a kind of he's got. I tell you what. I want to say Nemkov, but there's something where I'm thinking Nipples might get it done.
A beast, man.
Yeah, I think Corey Anderson might be able to pull something off here.
Yeah.
Damn, it's a tough pick.
Yeah.
All right, let me know who you have in the chat. As that's coming up in April. And by the way, we're going to have a guest on very soon, in like 7 minutes. Go give him a follow on Instagram. His name is Elliot. I think it's Hebert. We're going to find out. It's either Hebert or Hebert. And if Travis, I don't know if Travis is in the chat. Travis is the one.
He better be.
Yeah, this is your fault, buddy. Okay? No. No, this guy's actually kind of beastly, man. I'm looking forward. He actually trains with Poirier, too. Where is it? He's got beautiful pecs, too. Let's see. Where is it? The fuck's the picture of him and Poirier? It's here somewhere. Okay, maybe not. What the hell? He's got little black kids there. It's cool. Where is it? What the fuck's the Poirier picture? Did I pass it? I don't fucking know.
And Drew Becker says, looking juicy. Jared Smallbones says 3 levels to this. Leota drinks Spita, says Ademus Luck. Amid says, who the fuck is Corey fighting?
Yeah, I don't know who that guy is, to be honest. I'm complete casual because I have no idea. Anyway, I know this guy does train with Poirier. I don't fucking know anymore. I saw pictures. Anyway, okay. We'll have him on very soon, and we'll learn something about a young up-and-coming fighter. Up-and-coming. All right. What do we, let me just make sure we got. So this weekend, Usman versus Burns. Let's talk about this quickly and swiftly. Usman Burns. I think Marty's the guy. I think this guy here at welterweight, he is going to be very difficult to kick off that throne. A lot of people are high on Mr. Gilbert. A lot of people think he's going to get it done. Former team, well, I mean, yeah, they train together. I don't think they train together anymore, right? I'm assuming they're split up now. But, no hatred between the two. Just a lot of confidence. And it should be a good main event. A lot of people see Usman and they're like, I'm bored. I don't like Usman. He's boring. He bores me, man. Bore. Well, you can't take away the fact that Kamaru Usman is incredibly dominant. Maybe you don't like his style. Maybe you don't like the way he talks on the mic. But you can't discredit the man for what he's done. He rose up the rankings and snatched the belt and is still sitting there. So versus Burns. What's going to happen here? Who do you want to win, and who do you think is going to win?
Uncle Yash says it will be boring. Michael Hickboy says Volkanovski versus Ortega. Uncle Champ says I'll watch the boring Moss. Prosper says they're just salty their fighter can't win. CC says I hope so. I want to see Romero do good, man. He's one of my faves. I just scream at the TV for him to wrestle or explode, and he doesn't.
I tell you what, someone put in the chat about Usman and Colby Covington. That was a great fight. That really was a fire fight, man. I watched that one back, and man, beginning to end, I was on the edge of my seat. That was a great one.
Drew Becker says if Usman wins, he will set the record for win streak in welterweight.
Guys, see breaking on Khabib versus GPS. Got the by KO.
Oh, stop it. I know you're trolling, but I'm going to look it up anyways. Oh, God. Let's see. Negative. You are trolling.
Okay.
All right. You want to move on to the next one?
Well, no, I was looking at this card over here. So we're going to react to this thing on Saturday night. Pay-per-view action if you'd like to see the fights. Well, there's a link in the description. ESPN Plus. We should have pinned it in the live chat. We fucked ourselves. ESPN Plus, link in the description down below. And everyone that gets the pay-per-view through that link helps us out tremendously. Last time, it was fantastic, man. A lot of people bought the Poirier-Conor fight, and it was great. It really was fantastic. We get a piece of the pie every time someone buys that pay-per-view. Don't put it to ESPN. Give it to us, the MMA-Holes over here, and help the show be wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
So link down below. Actually, Jesse put it on the live chat over there. So if you're going to buy the pay-per-view, I urge you, please do it through that. And if you want to watch any of the fight nights or any of that stuff, you can do it that way as well.
Yes, sir.
Let's do a shout-out to the rest of our sponsors here before we get into the interview.
Hold on.
You see Ballsy popping up over there. Lux Bidet, Mystic Roots. Which one are we starting off with?
Alrighty then, Moss. Let's talk about Ballsy for a minute. Ballwash.com. Link in the description. Promo code MMA-Holes. That's MMA-HOLES. Taking great care of yourself doesn't have to feel like a chore. Ballsy products are developed with unique active ingredients to keep you feeling and smelling better than ever before. Get up to 15% off using promo code MMA-Holes, MMA-HOLES, and get a variety of products from ballwash.com. They have their merchandise. You can also get Liquid Courage body wash, ball wash, nut rub solid cologne, nut rub top smeller kit. They even have a travel sack if you're looking to take some stuff along with you. They have the shampoo and conditioner, Good Head shampoo and conditioner there, along with many more products to keep your sensitive berries feeling and smelling fresh. Ballwash.com, promo code MMA-HOLES, 15% off.
That's right. Down below, we got a link in the description. Get your 15% off with our promo code MMA-Holes. I see in the chat, Digi says, serious Anik talking rumor from coach, no trolling if Khabib comes back to its GSP. So Florian, I think, was saying it on their podcast, and he said there's rumors about it.
Yeah, that was fake. Fake
yeah,
news.
Don't buy into that shit, man. Yeah, it's
fake news.
Listen, I hate to bring you down, but you got about a 1% chance of it happening.
Fake news.
That's what I'm gonna go with. But thank you, man. Appreciate the heads up anyway. What else we got, Jess?
Say goodbye to toilet paper with premium or affordable premium bidet attachments by Lux Bidet. Lux Bidet attachments gently cleanse your skin, leaving you feel refreshed and confident. Save 10% off at checkout using the link in the description below. You have to add your item to your cart and go to checkout to see the 10% off. That's Lux Bidet. Link in the description below for 10% off at checkout, and you get yourself a nice attachment to keep your butthole feeling and looking and I guess being clean.
It's great. Everyone knows I blast my ass with this every day.
Yeah.
Sometimes twice a day. It's great. Sometimes I don't even go and I blast my ass with it. That's how much I love it. Mm-hmm. Bruce Buffer should have got his today, so we're going to find out what he thinks of the Lux Bidet, get his review on it. And now he's got a clean bunghole, and it's completely wonderful.
Wonderful.
Last but not least, mysticrootscbd.com. Promo code MMA-HOLES for 20% off of your entire purchase. That's promo code MMA-Holes at mysticrootscbd.com. Get top quality organic CBD products, including extracts, hemp flour, cosmetics, edibles, and more. MysticRootsCBD.com, promo code MMAHOLES for 20% off of your entire
Oh, 20.
purchase.
Damn, we upped that shit to 20? Oh my God, 20% off. Wow.
Where's the sound?
Hello, my friend. Hold on one second. Let me see if we got the sound right. I don't know if it's on our end or... Hold on a second here. Okay. All right. Hold on a second. So I think you're muted. Yeah, I think it looks like it's muted over here, but we have Elliot on the line over here. Let's see if we can get him in. All right, we see you. Oh, beautiful, man. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, it seems like it's muted though. That could be a problem. Let me just double check our settings here and make sure it's not on our end. Ooh, live content. Let's see. Settings.
ET voice.
Let's see. Yes. Scroll through. Okay, so we're good.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah, so I think it's on your end.
Why don't you just try calling him back real quick?
Yeah, let's try to give you a call back. We'll call you right back, okay?
Yeah, because he's glitching too.
Yeah, it's probably on his end. Okay. We'll get Elliot on the horn. This is a big break, man. We got to make sure we get it done right. You know what I'm saying, Jess?
Yes, sir.
What's the name here? Where was it?
Who the heck is Machi? None of your business. Thank God it's Wednesday, I'm guessing, says Matt Stone. 2 joints says Blink if you can hear us. FVG says Morse code. Uncle Tamp says Elliot Hebert. Welcome, sir. Sean Hart says sign language. Yeah, we should just do the whole interview sign language.
We're like, hold up.
Signs?
Yes, no. Hold on. Let me get him on the line again. We'll get him on here. He says, I'm here, but hold on a second. Can we do it like this? All right, hold on a second here. There it is.
TJW stands for thank God it's Wednesday, my friend.
That's right.
2 joints says closed captioning engaged. CC says, does it make you high, Boyak? I'm from UK. They think I think they just made it illegal, but CBD does not make you high.
No high.
CBD is awesome, especially if you have like anxiety or you're just looking to kind of focus your mind or clear your mind or whatever. It's fantastic. Does not make you high. Just settles you down.
Okay, let's see. Hopefully this works. Yeah, so it's not.
Why don't you try calling him on Instagram?
Because that's not set up. But okay, so yeah, it's still muted. Oh, hold on.
And he's driving. This is very unsafe.
Yeah, we don't want you to get into an accident. That'd be great ratings, but that probably wouldn't be good. Can you hear us? Yes or?
Yes.
Okay, so he does hear us. Okay. Why do we not hear him?
We should just do the whole interview like this. Just have him nod all the answers.
Yeah, I don't know why we don't hear you. There's a microphone on the bottom. Maybe that's pressed. Maybe you got to hit that.
Oh,
again.
man, he's driving. This is so unsafe.
Yeah, I don't want him to fucking. All right, so he's got 5. Hold on. Sounds like. I don't know what the fuck. Why is it not working?
Oh, my God.
You heard when it was ringing. The sound's going through.
Yeah.
So it's not that. So we got to figure out.
Do you have Bluetooth headphones on or something on your phone, maybe?
Oh, yeah. Is your Bluetooth connected to your car? Oh, that might be it.
There he goes. He might have, like, Bluetooth headphones on his phone.
Possible.
Or, like, Bluetooth connected to something, and that's probably why it's not coming through.
Could be.
Yeah.
Oh, he said give him 5 minutes. Mystic Roots is
our 5 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, so you know what? I'll tell you what. Shoot us a message when you stop driving, and we could just try to drag you in, or we can have you just call in. Maybe we could do that. Just have him call in. But okay,
right. Thumbs up.
Okay.
Oh God.
So go give him a follow. It's Phone Home Fitness, like ET.
Yes, sir.
Phone Home Fitness. All right. Anyway, a little backstory on Elliot. So he is 4-1. Okay. he's an AMI fighter. He's looking to rise up quickly. This man is looking to, from what I'm hearing from Travis, he's looking to run through this AMI thing, go pro quick, and make a scene, a splash, coming off of a 2-fight win streak. And I was looking at this, literally like a week apart, 117 and 123. So yeah, man, the guy he's trying to keep busy and try to move up. So we'll see what we can get, some kind of storyline. Worst comes to worst, we can just have him give him his phone number and we'll just call him up. We'll
Okay.
do that.
You can't do an Instagram video call?
If I could, I would.
Like you can't just like do it on the fly?
Hold on. Unless I hold up my phone to the camera.
No, I mean on that.
No, you can't do that.
Okay.
Not on desktop. But I can. Let me think about it. Yeah, we could have a phone call. We could just do that. It might be, his phone might be hooked up to the Bluetooth. You might be right.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
All right. So what we'll do is actually, if you could monitor Instagram.
I can do that, Moss. I can
I'll
monitor
leave this
Instagram.
open.
Absolutely. I can do that.
Yeah. All right. We'll get it going. Yeah, 2 fights in 6 days. That's crazy, right? That's crazy. So Travis knows him. He trains with DP, little Dustin Poirier. He's out of Louisiana, and he's a badass, this guy. So I like to talk to him. All right, let's get into a news story over here.
Okay.
And
my
see what's up.
favorite, Israel Adesanya. Have you seen him, Moss? His physique.
I was watching it on Instagram Live.
Woo! Moss, he's looking good.
Oh, here we go. Hold on. Okay. Let's see if we got him now. Okay. All right. I see video. Hold on a second here. Let's see. And it's still not working. What the fuck?
Still muted.
This is really strange. Hold on. I'm going to play around a little bit.
We should read lips for the entire interview, Moss.
Okay. Is it hooked up? Is it hooked up to headphones maybe? Bluetooth headphones? All right.
Something off.
We're gonna do a phone call. Let's do that. We'll message you through Instagram, real quick. All right, we'll just do a phone call. It's all good.
Okay.
Yeah, that sucks. Okay, no worries. No worries. We can hear you, bro. They're like, Elliot. All right, so yeah, just have him send the phone number, and I'll call him up this way.
Boom, 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 boom. Let's see. 1 blink, no. 2 blinks, yes. That's what I'm saying. We should do like all like gestures for the entire interview. All right, I got it, Moss.
Okay, so
I can type it out for you whenever you're ready.
New conversation. All righty. Look at this. So on the fly, guys. On the line. All right, let's hear. What's the number? Don't say it out loud.
It's 516.
All right, we're gonna get him on the line right now.
Oh, Moss, you gotta let me type here.
Okay, stand by, friends. Stand by. Make sure you like the video. We're gonna have a nice little interview real quickly over here. A little Louisiana action. We gotta ask him if he tried Dustin's hot
Okay,
sauce.
now if it goes to his voicemail, Moss, you gotta hang up because it'll read off his number out loud.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with it.
Yes.
Okay, we got it.
Hello.
Yes, we did it.
Hey, how's it going?
How's it, Elliot? How's it going, man?
What's up? It's going well, man. That was frustrating. Sorry about that.
It's all good, man.
You should do call for voice and then Skype for video.
That's listen, man. We got it. We got some sort of sound. This works. Next time you come on, we'll definitely get the Skype working. So, Elliot, nice to have you on, man.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having me.
So, I was looking through your resume here on Tapology. By the way, beautiful pecs. What's the secret?
Man, I'll just say, just good diet and, obviously push-ups help. Being a wrestler, did a lot of push-ups. I guess I got these bands that I use. I like bands. I like to, do.
Hold on. Writing this down.
It's plenty. There's a whole lot of things that goes into it. It's not just one thing. But I don't know. I've never had anybody tell me I had pretty.
Welcome to the MMA-Holes. So I'm looking at your resume here, and I see that you had 2 fights very quickly. One rear naked choke on 117, and then boom, you're like, screw it, let's get back in there. And then you knock out another opponent, Omar Smith, on 123. Right. What happened over here?
Oh no, that was a year apart.
Was it a year
1 year apart?
Oh shit!
Yes.
You know what? I just saw this in 2020. I was like, wow, dude, this guy's crazy, man. 2020. Yeah. Okay, all right. So now it makes sense. Okay, so maybe I should do better research. What do you think?
No, that's all good, man. That's I waited for a fight all during COVID and stuff. It was really tough to find a fight, especially to keep opponent on the hook and stuff. So I basically just grinded for that whole year and just was in fight shape, and finally somebody wanted to fight, so we made it happen.
Now a friend of the show, Travis Tabor, who comes in Travis a lot. Is amazing, yeah, he was talking very highly about you. He says, hey, you trained with Dustin Poirier.
Right.
So
CBD.
Well, hold on a second. Hold on.
CBD.
We got
CBD.
Oh, stop.
Hold on a second. We got a donation, right?
Come on.
Yeah, it's a little donation. Give me a sec.
It helps with healing process and inflammation and stuff.
Should have paused that thing. All right, so
before or after the fight training and make your life a better place.
This is a donation from a Jonathan Wilberting. He's got something to say.
Nate is on performance enhancing weed.
Okay, thank you. All right, anyway, I apologize. I should have paused that. Okay, this is going well. So yeah, tell me about Dustin Poirier. How'd you wind up linking up with Dustin?
Man, I've been knowing Dustin. I met Dustin when I was like 9 years old. He was on my Pee Wee football team. Dustin was a linebacker, and he was the most ferocious kid on the team. Keep in mind, I played college football, and I was a running back. I scored, doesn't matter how many touchdowns, but you know what I'm saying? Me and Dustin, or not just me and Dustin, but you could tell when there's a kid that's got it, and there wasn't nobody that wanted to line up and go against Dustin at any point in Pee Wee football. Dustin was the most.
The goal just dropped. The goal just dropped.
This interview was not meant to happen, Moss.
The guy seems like a cool dude, and we were finding out about his link to Dustin Poirier.
It was not meant to be.
And yes, live YouTube. You gotta love it.
Oh,
who needs a? We'll call him right back. All right. Can you give me the number? That was not on our end. We're taking turns.
Oh Lord.
Poor guy, we lost. That must have been the hot sauce. The hot sauce.
Yeah.
Knocked us offline with him. That's fucking
crazy. They didn't like talking about Dustin.
Or maybe he's like, "Fuck you, I don't want to talk about Dustin," and just hangs up on us. That's crazy, man. Okay, let's give him another call.
If it goes out after this, Moss, it's over. No more. We move on.
What do you think? You're watching Ariel Helwani? It's no Ariel Helwani show, man. It's the MMA-Holes.
Yes.
All right, I lost you for a second there. We're back in business.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, so you were saying about Dustin. You said you guys played football together. That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, man. Me and Dustin played football together. Pee Wee, we wrestled together. Me and Dustin sometimes train together at
I can't. You cannot make this up. You can't make it up. Maybe he just has bad service. Like maybe he just has a bad signal or something. Or maybe it's his phone.
Travis, I love you, man. But it didn't work out. All right, shoot him a message.
Okay.
And what we'll do is we'll get him on for a Skype call. I'll do it in the beginning of the show. We'll make sure everything's running smooth.
Okay.
All right. Say we are sorry. We will get a proper interview with this guy. I wanted to find out about, his life. That's hysterical. Seems like a nice guy too, man. But yeah, I want to learn more about this guy. Elliot we didn't get to. How do you say his name too? Is it Hebert? Is it Hebert? How do you say his name? I like to say Hebert. Elliot Hebert. Anyway, we'll shoot him a message. But
you want to do it at the beginning of the show next time so that we can troubleshoot?
Yes, that's what I said. I will. Yeah, we'll figure it out, man. The cringe is real, man. The cringe is real. All right, so but give him a follow on Instagram and say, hey, I loved your interview on the MMA-Holes. That worked out great. Go give him a follow. It's Phone Home Fitness. Please go give him a follow and say the MMA-Holes sent you and be nice, please. I'm going to pray for y'all. Is that him actually in the chat? I think that's him. I don't know. We don't even know anymore because of what's going on. But Elliot, I am sorry. Hopefully we'll get you back on. We'll work it out, man. That's not happening again.
You try 3 times on 2 different platforms and every time it doesn't work.
We gave it a shot.
Oh, God.
Yeah, go give him a follow. All right. We're going to get back into the news. We'll follow up with Elliot another time. We'll get him on Skype.
At the beginning of a show so that we could troubleshoot before.
At least if we get him on Skype, we can put him on a Wi-Fi network and it'll be a little, a better connection.
Yeah.
No track phones. All right, let's move on.
All right. Israel Adesanya, I'm not sure if you've seen his physique for light heavyweight, Moss.
Super chat.
Hold on, we got Rylan Burbeck.
Elliot can't be good at it, Hebert.
Hebert.
What? Elliot can't be good, be good at it. Hebert. What the fuck? The fuck you talking about, dude? The fuck you talking about? All right, back to Izzy.
All right, Israel Adesanya isn't bulking up for UFC 259, shows off his light heavyweight physique. According to Mike Bone of MMA Junkie, Israel Adesanya is not going through some major physical transformation as he jumps to light heavyweight in an attempt to claim a second UFC title. Adesanya, the reigning UFC middleweight champ, moves up to 205 pounds next month to challenge
See what he looks like here.
Jan Blachowicz in the main event of UFC 259 on March 6th at the UFC Apex in Las Vegas. Although the 20-pound jump from middleweight to light heavyweight is the widest of any 2 UFC divisions, it appears Adesanya is sticking true to his philosophy that putting on a bunch of new weight in a short time isn't going to sway the result one way or another. Less than a month out, Adesanya shared a shirtless image of himself flexing in a preview of his physique. According to Adesanya's head coach, Eugene Behrman of City Kickboxing, there's a method.
Wonderful.
Elliot's phone.
Come on, Elliot's phone. Dude, we were just trying to talk to him. Like, come on, Elliot's phone.
According to his head coach, there's a method to the madness when it comes to this approach. He explained in a recent interview with One News that both he and Adesanya agree there's a happy medium between using the additional 20-pound cushion to add muscle and mass as opposed to enhancing a likely speed advantage over Blachowicz. As Blachowicz has proven multiple times in recent years, his legendary Polish power is no joke. He used it to claim the vacant title in an upset of Dominic Reyes at UFC 253 in October, and he's promised to land on Adesanya and hand him his first career loss. Is Adesanya taking the right approach to moving up? That's something we'll all find out together at UFC 259.
Wonderful.
This man is using that McDonald's Wi-Fi to call you guys. Time to drop it. Anyways, just dropping in to do my daily slander against Snoozman versus Gilbert, some guy of the street Burns.
Thank you, DVSV. I appreciate that. So, we got some good news. We reached out to Izzy's team. We're on a list.
He said, "Pussies, I'll see you soon."
That's what he said?
Yes.
He said, "Pussies, I'll see you soon." I kind of like that. All right. So Izzy, we are on a list with Paradigm. They got back to us. So, future Israel Adesanya, incoming interview on the MMA-Holes. I think he's a little busy now, getting ready for his Blachowicz fight. But they said after the fight, we're on a list. What do you think, Jesse? Is this list going to pay off?
I just got distracted. What? I'm trying to talk to someone at the same time. I'm trying to what was the question?
I said Paradigm Sports with Izzy Adesanya.
Yes.
That he is going to, they put us on a list.
Yeah.
Do you think we're going to get the follow-up on this thing? Is it going to come through? Is Izzy coming on the show?
We're also on a list for other fighters there, too, from Paradigm.
All right. So we'll see. We'll be bringing you the big guy.
Tings.
Big Izzy coming on here. So we'll see how that goes.
Big tings. He said he's having a hard time following the humor. That's all.
He's having a hard time. What?
I don't know.
Super chat.
Maybe the phone donating, maybe? I don't
Izzy
know.
is about to put on a show.
Izzy, listen, he should be the favorite. I think he is the favorite in that fight. Is he going to win? Izzy going to win over Blachowicz, Jesse? And I know what your answer is going to be. Yes.
Yes, sir.
I got to say, I think so too. I think Izzy's going to beat Blachowicz as well. It's going to be tough. Blachowicz is very, very good. And he put on a spectacular performance against Dominic Reyes. But I just feel like Izzy going up there, it's probably a good matchup, and I think he's going to get the dub. But he looks good. He's all jacked up. He does the nipples dragging still a little bit. Didn't fix that. It's still kind of sinking a little bit over there. But looking pretty shredded up. So it's good to see Izzy bulking up for his next fight.
Yes, sir. All right, Moss. Askar has been released by the UFC after that medical clearance issue over last weekend's fights. Remember that?
Yes, I do.
Yes. According to MMA Fighting Newswire, bantamweight Askar is no longer a UFC fighter after the promotion released him from his contract in the wake of a last-minute scratch from UFC Vegas 18. A promotion official confirmed the news to MMA Fighting after TSN reporter Aaron Bronstetter first reported Askar's release, adding the fighter hopes to get medically cleared to compete so he can resume active competition. Askar's management team did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Askar was scheduled to fight Cody Stamann at this past Saturday's card at UFC Apex in Las Vegas. He successfully made weight for the featherweight contest, but was pulled from the card hours before it was set to begin when he was not medically cleared. A product of Midwest Training Center, Askar joined the UFC after a brief stop in LFA. His professional record stands at 10-1 with 6 finishes.
Okay. Congratulations. Congratulations, Askar.
Yes.
That sucks, man.
Well, I mean, what are you going to do?
It's a mess.
He'll probably move over to Bellator or something like that.
You think?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's not done fighting. He just ended up getting released for some fucked up situation.
Yeah, it's a mess.
You know?
That's a messy situation.
According to MMA Junkie's Farah Hannon, UFC 259's Drew Dober has not sold on Islam Makhachev's hype, saying a lot of his hype comes from Khabib. And I don't blame him for thinking
I'm kind of with him. I'm kind of with him
What
on
do you
that.
think of Islam Makhachev?
I think he's good, but I mean, everyone that has the V at the end of the name, everyone thinks this is the next Khabib. Like that's what people are saying. So I got to see a little bit more. I think he's good. I think the guy's very good. But to say like Khabib is on another level good, so I mean to just immediately just assume that this guy is going to be the next Khabib is kind of insulting to Khabib. You know, we got to see a little bit more. Let him prove himself a little bit more, and then see what happens. Khamzat Chimaev, the like saying that he's like Khabib, it's so not true. You know, Khamzat is a guy that he can really strike. He's got the grappling as well, but he's got his own little shtick going on here. So I would like to see these fighters basically do their own thing. Rory McDonald was the next GSP, remember that? But did he really turn out to be the next GSP? No. So let's let him do his thing. You know? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? What are we doing, Jess?
Nah, I mean.
What's going on here?
Miles, I'm not just going to keep blatantly reading out DMs live. You can read them after the show.
All right, we'll talk to him after the show. We got a show to do here.
No shit. Keep talking.
We move forward. Anyway, what do you think about Makhachev? Is he going to be the next Khabib Nurmagomedov?
Oh, right. Cayman Ryder for Jan. He's got to land off a clinch break. Two Joints says, after my surgery, I had an ass scar. Uncle Champ says, Khamzat, no. Khabib, he's better, Moss. Uncle Mike H says, hit the like button. CC says, Khamzat gonna lose his hype real quick when Leon smashes him. Phil Star says, no. MMA Genie says, don't think we'll have another Khabib. CC 2.0 says, Islam good, but no Khabib. Two Joints says, nah, I'm saying.
Okay. The votes are in the chat. Let's see what else we got in the news.
All right, Mostickles. Oh, wait. Do you want me to read the Drew Dober story then? Or do you just want to, get opinions and go?
I mean, it's pretty obvious. I mean, is he going to add
He had some
anything?
interesting things to say about it, but
right,
I guess if you don't want to... we can always go on to the next one.
Listen, Dober had a tough fight. You know, good job, Dober. But, I mean, okay.
All right, so we'll move on to the next one then. This one isn't really much of a story to get into, but rather something that was said on an interview with ARIEL HELWANI from ESPN. Corey Sandhagen doesn't believe TJ Dillashaw should be in the title picture due to his suspension for PED use. He said, quote, he was doing some of the most serious steroids that you can do in this sport. I don't want to see him come back and just get a title shot.
Does that mean he's running from him?
I think he's finding...
Wonderful.
I don't know, excuses maybe, or I don't know.
I got your back shows and each over is he. Adesanya can win, but it will involve poking him and Naruto running around the octagon when things get risky.
Okay. So there's your pick in that fight over there. Listen, if you say Jan, you're right. If you say Izzy, you're right. This is a tough one to pick. I think at least it's a tough one to pick because you got Izzy moving up.
Izzy, baby.
And
Izzy.
Jan's very good.
And it's like Izzy's coach said. It's not like Izzy's just like packing on a bunch of pounds. He's doing it very strategically, this weight gain. So
yeah, Izzy looks like he's in pretty good shape. I'm curious to see how he looks out there.
Good. He looks good, Moss. That speed is gonna be stealth. You know what I'm saying?
So you're saying he's gonna be fast at light heavy?
I think that the reason I say he looks good is because he doesn't look like, you know, like sometimes when fighters like increase weight, they just look like really stocky and just like slow. I think the way he's doing it, he's gonna be able to come into the cage really stealthy. I think he's doing it like exactly how he's supposed to.
But what if the muscles hold him back?
That's what they're talking about. He's not doing that. He's not coming in incredibly stocky. They're figuring out ways to put the weight where it's supposed to be.
Well, listen, more muscle no matter what, you know, it doesn't help your cardio. You know, it makes you stronger, but it doesn't necessarily help your cardio. So it's going to be interesting if he kind of bulks up a little bit on this one.
I think he's going to come in looking really good.
Yeah, if he's trim, slim, shouldn't be any problems, but it's fascinating. It really is. It's a fascinating fight.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Did Izzy say he can't follow the humor of this channel? Tell boob to shut up before Polish Power knocks him out.
No, Izzy did not say that. Izzy is busy getting ready for his upcoming fight, and then when things calm down, we're on the list. So we'll see. We'll drag Izzy on. That'd be great. I would love to have Adesanya
yes, sir,
on the show.
All right. Anthony Smith steps in to face Jimmy Crute in
Wait,
April.
what about Corey Sandhagen? You just blowing him off?
All right. I mean, I said there's not like a story to read on it. It's just what he said on Ariel's interview. I don't think he's running. I think
he's running.
No, I think he's saying this because he's trying to create a selling point. Like if he's talking about this, TJ will have something to say back, and then they can do the back and forth on social and just sell the fight more. That's what I think is going to happen. I don't think he actually believes everything he's saying.
A little weird, Jesse.
Yeah, I don't think he's running. I think
listen,
why would
Sandhagen's scared.
Sandhagen run from TJ Dillashaw after that last finish on Frankie Edgar?
I think he's scared of TJ.
There's no reason for him to be.
Well,
running from
wouldn't
TJ.
you want to fight TJ? I mean, if he's off the juice, then you should easily beat him, right?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I think he's just
So
trying
beat him
to
up.
sell it. I think he's just creating the hype.
Beat the clean guy. It's an easy win. Beat the clean guy.
Yeah, I don't think he's afraid.
Yeah, well, I think what it is he wants the winner of Aljo and Jan, and he deserves that. So that's what he probably should go with.
All right. Let's see what. Do you know? All right.
What?
This whole night has been so fucking weird.
It has.
I don't understand.
It has to do with my hair, I think. I don't know. I think it's this weird haircut. Could be that.
I like your haircut.
Thank you. You cut it though. That you have no choice but to like it. It's a weird night, but it's okay. It's all right.
Oh,
it's the first time for everything. First time for everything.
Yes.
Let's get into this Anthony Smith. So who's he filling in? It seems like he's filling in for everybody, this guy.
Yeah, Anthony Smith steps in to face Jimmy Crute in April after Johnny Walker was forced out of UFC 260 due to an injury. Yeah.
So wait. So Johnny Walker's hurt, and then Anthony Smith versus Crute.
Yeah.
Wow.
So according to MMA Fighting's Damon Martin, former title contender Anthony Smith has agreed to face Jimmy Crute at a future UFC event on April 24th after Johnny Walker suffered a torn pectoral muscle in training that forced him out of the originally scheduled fight at UFC 260. Multiple sources close to the situation confirmed the news to MMA Fighting on Tuesday following an initial report from ESPN.
Okay, Jesse, you ready?
What?
Johnny Walker, will he ever be a champion?
You couldn't let me just finish before you asked me that
will
question.
He be a champion? I know you're a fan of Johnny Walker. Will he be a champion?
Everything in my heart wants to say yes, but everything in my head
just use your head because he's not going to be a champion.
Just can't say it.
It's not going to happen.
I just can't say it.
Nothing's going to line up for Johnny Walker. It's not going to happen.
But my heart says I would love to see that.
It just seems like every time
I just don't think it's
there's a situation where we're like, okay, the Johnny train's back on track. It just feels like it falls off. Like it just keeps falling apart.
It's so fucking sad.
This is crazy, man.
But I would love if he ever did. That would be the most amazing thing in the world. But I just don't. I can't foresee it happening.
It looks like the chat is pretty they're not optimistic about Johnny being the champ.
It makes me so sad. I freaking love the guy.
But how about Jimmy Crute versus Anthony Smith? That's a good fight.
So all right. So Smith had previously addressed a potential fight against Crute after he dispatched Devin Clark by triangle choke this past November. While the matchup didn't come together initially, Smith will now get the chance to face Crute in April instead. As for Crute, he will look to build on a recent 2-fight win streak of his own as he continues to climb up the light heavyweight rankings. At 24 years old, Crute is one of the youngest fighters in the mix at 205 pounds, and he'll look to pick up arguably the best win of his career when he faces Smith in March. The UFC event on April 24th does not have a location yet, and the promotion has not made any official announcements about the card.
Yeah, that's a good fight, man. That's really good. Damn, man. Crute versus Anthony Smith. That's pretty feisty.
Yeah, I like it. Well, I just like watching Anthony Smith fight. He's one of my favorites. With Jay Herbert out, Drakkar Klose is now expected to meet Luis Pena at UFC Vegas 19, Moss.
Nice.
What? Luis Pena's going back to fight, motherfucker. Bob Ross. According to Mike Heck of MMA Fighting, Drakkar Klose will still compete next weekend, though he will have a new opponent with whom to share the octagon. Multiple people with knowledge of the promotion's plans confirmed to MMA Fighting that Herbert has been scratched from his scheduled UFC fight or Vegas 19 matchup with Klose for undisclosed reasons, and Luis Pena has agreed to step in on less than 2 weeks' notice. Verbal agreements are in place for the new 155-pound bout, which will take place at the UFC Apex. Klose returns to action for the first time since March, when he was finished by Beneil Dariush in the second round of an action-packed fight at UFC 248. Prior to that, he won his previous 3 bouts, which included wins over Lando Venata, Bobby Green, and Christos Giagos. The 32-year-old is 5'2" inside the octagon. Pena looks to get back in the win column himself after a third-round submission loss to Kama Worthy in June. Since appearing on season 27 of The Ultimate Fighter, Violent Bob Ross is 4-3 in his UFC tenure with stoppage wins over Richie Smolin and Matt Wyman.
I think you said 5'2" inside the octagon. I'm like, what?
No, I'm sorry. I did say 5'2".
Did you? I'm like
5 and 2. My apologies.
I'm like, wait, he's 5'2" in the octagon. I'm like, wait, what?
5 and 2 inside the octagon. Thank you for catching that. That would have been awkward. 5 and 2, not 5'2" inside the octagon.
That would have been a pretty big size difference. I mean, Kainoto would be all over that.
It's not even written that way. I don't know why I said that.
And Bob Ross is what? He's got to be 5'10", 11, maybe even 6 foot. I think, right?
Yeah.
Man.
5'2".
5'2" versus like a 6 foot something.
Yeah. UFC Vegas 19 is headlined by a heavyweight matchup between Curtis Blades and Derek Lewis. Moss, by the way, let's not forget, Violent Bob Ross was recently on a USADA suspension, retroactive, because of, I think it was weed. I think what was going on. And now USADA is like approving like certain cannabis use. So it makes you think, did they clear him of that, or?
I don't care.
You know?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is about Violent Bob Ross. There's something.
Osterine. Oh, so it wasn't marijuana. It was Osterine. Oh, it was a tainted supplement?
All right. I don't know. I wish there's sometimes he's exciting, and then there's other times where I'm like, I don't know why I can't get on the Violent Bob Ross train. It's weird. He's got a cool look. You know, he's got a fun fighting style where he's very aggressive. But there's something where I'm just like, you know, like, I don't know. Maybe I'm off on this.
I like him. I think he's fun to watch.
I didn't like him in The Ultimate Fighter. Like, he didn't do it for me in The Ultimate Fighter. He's probably a great guy.
He's friends with Mike Perry.
He's still in AKA, I think.
I think he's a fun fighter to watch. He's got a cool style. I like his appearance. You know, he's got like a very unique look about him. So
help me out here. Why can't I get on the train? Why can't I just be like, yeah, Luis Pena's fighting?
Some people just aren't built for certain fans, I guess. I don't know.
Uncle Champ's saying it's because he sucks.
No, I mean, listen, he doesn't suck. He is fun to watch for sure.
He's at ATT? I thought he was at AKA. Wasn't he training with DC for a little bit? And then maybe he moved to ATT?
Last I saw was Mike Perry he was training with.
No, but he did train with Cormier for a little bit. Maybe he moved to ATT. It's possible.
When did he train with Cormier?
What do you mean when?
I don't remember.
Yeah, his earlier days. He was on Embeddeds and the whole deal with Cormier. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
All right. Moss, I got a
Violent
piece.
Bob
Talk to
Ross.
chat.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know why. It's really weird. Some of these guys from the Ultimate Fight, I'm just like, whatever. But he is an aggressive, I guess you could say, exciting fighter. I don't know why. It's just something that doesn't do it for me. Anyway, let's see what the chat thinks about Violent Bob Ross fighting Drakkar Klose, who happens to be 5'10", according to Jesse.
Wonderful.
I mean 2, excuse me, not 2, 10. He's like 6'2". I hate when really tall people fight at low weights. Is that what it is, Walty? He's just too tall for his weight class, and it bothers us. It's like Sandhagen, maybe. I don't know. He ran out of the cage after a loss. Piss poor sportsmanship. F him. Maybe that's what it was. Yeah, there was something about him that just kind of... He was like homeless for a while, too. He's got an interesting story, you know? But I just never could get it. And on the Ultimate Fighter, I was just like, I can't relate. Yes, man, come on, it's reach over advantage. Back Brothers, hopefully Israel comes to fruition for you too. Yeah, that'd be cool. It's called Content and Joking Around, dude. Man, he's fighting midgets. I don't like his face. Is it his face? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe we just don't like his face.
Maybe that's what it is, Moss.
Hey, people say that about me. It's fine. People say that about Jesse.
I love your... Gotcha. Got you.
This is just a weird night.
And you thought we were out. Actually, I got a little buffer going on there.
Yeah, it's a weird night. Anyway, we're talking about Bob Ross's face. We're not sure if we like it or not.
We're on the MMA-Holes hour now.
What the fuck?
Well, let's just stay here. No, it's all right. Let's stay here for the rest of the night.
I don't know if I could switch this.
Yeah, just stay here. Oh, why'd you do that?
I don't know. But
that was not a good idea, Moss.
Are we fixed? Wow, it worked. I like that. Boom. That never works. Yeah, what is going on, man? Is there like a full moon Twilight
I'm saying
Zone?
It's a weird night. Everything's weird. Like, technology's not working. People are acting weird. Like, it's just like everything is like fucking weird today.
Yeah, I don't feel like that whole interaction before with that. I mean, unfortunately,
even before the show started.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on.
Even before the show started, it was just like everything just felt weird.
You guys feel weird in the chat?
Are you guys having a weird day too?
Is it the Matrix?
Or maybe it's just us. Maybe we're just having a weird day.
Well, we are weird. Glide's acting weird. Is it Glide in the chat?
Yeah, Glide's acting weird. What the heck?
JBH sounded like Sid from Toy Story. This is really strange. Well, hit that like button, friends. We're going to try to pull it back on track here. This is a really bizarre, creepy night. Okay, let's get this back on here.
Dana White hacked the chat.
You think so?
Yeah, it was like a weird slow start in the beginning. Like, everything was just bizarre.
You ever have that
Maybe
feeling?
Are the planets aligning in some weird way?
Maybe it's that dragon theory you have.
Yes.
Maybe that's what it is.
I do have a lot of heartburn today, so maybe that is it.
All right. Back to the news, please. It's your heartburn.
Okay. Well, wait. So we're just done talking about Pena then, I guess.
Yeah, we were talking about if we liked his face.
You're just flying through the news, Moss.
No, we were talking about if we liked his face. I think that might be it. Maybe it's his face.
All right. Fair enough.
That's pretty much the verdict, right?
Fair
I don't
enough.
know what it is. I can't think of anything else. They made mention of him like kind of sulking.
Mm-hmm.
He did sulk. I do remember that.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it's the sulking situation.
Gotcha.
Maybe it's the 5G towers, like Two Joint said.
Maybe something in the water.
There must be something in the water. Is that what it is, Jesse?
What was that?
I don't fucking know. I'm looking forward to this pay-per-view though. I'm looking very much forward to Usman Burns. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one.
I don't care.
I really think Burns is gonna take it.
You don't say.
Yes.
Why are you making? Look at them like that. Hold on. Give them the face you just gave me.
I'm just
All
like,
right, pretend that is my face over there. Okay?
I really think Burns is gonna take it.
All right. Now I'm going to give you Jesse closer. Okay? I'm going to get a little closer.
Do it again.
Hold on. This is exactly what I saw. Ready? Good.
I really think Burns is going to take it. Oh, God.
Yeah. fucking, yeah. You do, don't you, Jesse? Why? How's he gonna win, Burns?
Submission. I think he's gonna submit Usman. Actually, I think that's a little bit of a stretch because Usman getting submitted.
Can you say it now?
But
all right, say it like you said it to me, but like turn at them and say how he's gonna win.
I think he's gonna win by submission.
But no, we gotta keep staring at them. Yeah, keep staring at them. Ready? Okay, here we go.
I think he's gonna win by submission. All right.
This would be a new bit.
Yeah.
Okay,
but
hold
can
on.
you make me smaller now? Why am I so big?
Hold on a second here.
Oh God.
Okay, now I want you to stare at the screen.
Yeah.
Okay. And a crazy like eye opened look. Okay. 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 Thank you. Thank you. And cut.
Oh God. Anyways.
I just feel like that was needed tonight.
Yeah. That if the game wasn't thrown off before, it is now.
That was needed. We needed that in the worst way.
Ah, super chat.
Whoa! $50
for the crazy night. I am having a great time.
Phil Star, baby!
$50!
Oh!
$50!
Baby, let's go!
Wow. Go.
Woo!
Amazing. Amazing. Thank you, Phil. Thank you. I'm having a great time too.
Bing! You know, like, never mind.
All right. Hit the like button, friends. We're having a weird night tonight, but we're having fun, right? It's Wednesday night. What else would we be doing besides talking MMA and making stupid jokes?
Yes, sir. All right. According to MMA Fighting's Guilherme Cruz and Damon Martin, Poliana Botelho. How do you pronounce her name, Moss? How do you pronounce her name? Botelho? Focus.
Poliana Botelho.
You say Botelho?
Yeah.
Versus Ji-Yeon Kim has been added to UFC Fight Night event in May.
Who the fuck is that
Stop
guy?
it. You know who that is. Flyweight Poliana Botelho versus Ji-Yeon Kim will collide inside the octagon in the first day of May. Multiple people with knowledge of the booking told MMA Fighting. COMBATE first reported the matchup. Botelho and Kim are looking to get back on track in UFC following recent defeats in the octagon in 2020. Brazil native Botelho, a member of Rio de Janeiro's Nova União team, I'm pretty sure I pronounced that wrong, returned from an 18-month layoff to lose a decision to Jillian Robertson in October 2020. Her UFC record is 3-2, bringing her overall MMA record to 8-3. South Korea's Kim has won 3 of 6 octagon appearances since 2017, defeating Justine Kish, Melinda Fabian, and Nadia Kassem.
Nice.
Fire Fist dropped a decision to Alexa Grasso in her most recent fight in August 2020. The UFC has yet to announce a headlining attraction for the fight event on May 1st.
Okay. So Poliana Botelho versus Ji-Yeon Kim. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Can't wait. I cannot wait. I can't
Did
wait.
I sound like the Kool-Aid Man, Moss?
No.
Let me try it again. Oh, yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me try it again. Because he has a deep voice. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Hold on. I can do it. Moss, how does the Kool-Aid Man sound? Oh, yeah. No?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Death to America. Allahu Akbar Kaboom.
Oh, my goodness.
Thank you. I don't... What?
That's horrible.
That was the fake Phil Star, it looks like. Thank you, fake Phil Star. Okay. Let's get back into news. Not sure what the hell was going on there, but thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, this is the last one, Moss.
All right, give it to me hard. Give it to me strong, Jesse. Give it to me sassy.
According to...
super chat.
Yo, they're tickling the donate boy.
Usman from Nebraska, so he retains the belt.
Usman from Nebraska.
Oh, did you hear that he doesn't want to be called Usman anymore? Like, I mean, a Kamaru. He wants to be called like
What else was it? Marty?
No, he wants to be called Kama Sutra.
You're
Usman.
lying. Shut up.
Yeah,
You're
Kama
so
Sutra Usman. Yep. He
You're
doesn't want to
so
be called.
stupid.
First, he didn't like to be called Marty, and now it was
Sutra.
Kamaru, and now it's Kama Sutra Usman.
Oh God.
No, there actually is a full name that I think Ariel was saying. There's
Wait,
actually.
he really does want to be called something different?
Yeah. It's like a whole thing. Yeah, Ariel and DC were talking about.
Are you fucking with me?
I think it's Kama Sutra Usman.
It's not Kama Sutra. Seriously, what is it?
No, there's a full name. Look at Kamaru Usman's full name.
Hold on.
It's like Karma Chameleon Usman. It says 2 joints. I think it's Kama Sutra. Yeah, it's Kamaru. Like we would call him Kamaru Usman, but there's a full name.
What?
Just say Kamaru Usman's full name. Don't we? She writes a paragraph. Here we go. Thank you, Justin. See, Justin, 2 seconds. Boom. That's why he's the genie.
Kamaru Dean?
Kamaru Dean. That's it. That's it.
So he wants to be called that or what?
Why would we make why would me and you have it right there?
Yeah. So he's saying he wants to be called his full name?
Yeah. Kamaru Dean.
Are you fucking with me or what?
That's like me saying, don't call me Chris anymore. Call me Christopher.
You would never say that.
Why not?
Why would Kamaru say that?
But 2 joints calls me Christopher. He never asked my permission.
Yeah, it's kind of rude. You should call him Chris.
Well, it's my full name.
But it's rude.
It's my full name. So
Only
maybe
your mother
from this point on,
and your wife should
I would
call
like
you
to be
Christopher.
called Christopher. Christopher, please. It's more professional. So from this
I don't
point on,
like that.
Christopher. Everyone in the chat, please drop the Christopher. I think it's more. I'm an adult now, Jesse. I'm 43. So I think now's the time to call me by my full name, Christopher.
Mostifer.
Okay.
All right, let me get into the news, Moss. According to Mike Heck of MMA Fighting, John Anik responds to a recent criticism of Joe Rogan, saying, I still think there's a special, undeniable quality.
Wonderful.
MJ.
I am so sorry, guys. I care so much about what you think of me. I lied about my girlfriend. She doesn't exist. I just really hope you don't think of me differently. Please, guys, don't make fun of me. It's too painful. JBH, is your sister single?
Oh, right. John Anik responds to a recent criticism of Joe Rogan, saying, I still think there's a special, undeniable quality to our broadcast when he's part of it. Did you hear about this, Moss? This criticism on Joe Rogan?
No.
What? You okay?
I never heard it.
For a split second, I actually watched your brain float off into space. I witnessed it.
It might be a part of me that doesn't care.
All right, well,
I'm going to pretend. I'm going to do my best.
Okay. While some fans have been critical of Joe Rogan's commentary as of late, his broadcast colleague John Anik believes the longtime colorman for the UFC will be sticking around for many more events to come. Rogan, the host of one of the biggest podcasts of all time, has seen his promotional schedule cut back over the years to domestic pay-per-view events only due to long list of things he has going on. Following the UFC 256 broadcast and other events that he was a part of throughout the pandemic-affected 2020 calendar year, Rogan has faced criticism in regards to his performance. When it comes to fans critiquing the broadcast he is part of, Anik does take some of that with him to help mold future events as they are called on television. When it comes to Rogan, Anik has heard what some of the public has been saying and asking, is he still into it? Is he taking it as seriously with the success he has found in other avenues? Is the three-man booth hampering him after finding an incredible amount of success in his earlier years as part of a duo? According to the lead play-by-play voice of UFC, Rogan's passion of the product cannot be questioned. Anik said of the criticism towards Rogan, quote, I have seen some of that. Again, the social media space after these live events can be a tough space to sort of engage and habitate, but I think for Joe, there's a lot of different factors. I think that he has never been happier in the broadcast booth. I hate to put words in his mouth, but I do think he enjoys the dynamic. He was in a two-man booth forever where he was just working with a play-by-play guy and he couldn't bounce off of a fighter. I feel like it's been an adjustment for all of us. My job is totally different thing in a three-man booth versus a two-man booth in terms of the real estate that I have for what is asked of me. I can assure you, big picture, we do look at everything that people say. We ain't trying to get worse. We're trying to get better. If you're asking me, I think he still adds adds tremendous value. I still think there's a special, undeniable quality to our broadcast when he is a part of it. Rogan is expected to return to the broadcast
He's just saying that because he's trying to be nice.
this Saturday, UFC 258 in Las Vegas. The event will be headlined by an intriguing welterweight title fight between former teammates Kamaru Usman and Gilbert Burns. Beyond that, Anik believes Rogan's iconic voice will be featured on big pay-per-view events for the foreseeable future.
Nice. We got a powerful 200 people watching.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Hit the like button and be wonderful, wonderful. Thank you to the company of the chat tonight. We really appreciate you hanging with us. Unfortunately, the interview that we had, technical difficulties, I don't know, but Elliot Hebert or Hebert, we'll try to get back on another time. Apologies for that, and we'll fix that problem. But yeah, we'll make that happen again. And Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know what? He's been doing this for years, and he's always faced criticism. I think people...
kind of going out in a weird way,
But
right?
people are just narrowing in on it because it's been a weird year for everybody, and he's got this new Spotify deal, and people think that he just doesn't care anymore. I'm thinking, like, maybe people are taking it a little too far. He's always been criticized. His whole career, he's been criticized for how he commentates. Mm-hmm. You know, some people like him, some people hate him, some people think he's biased, some people think that he just doesn't put enough... You know, it is what it is. Not everyone's going to like you. So why are we honing in on what people are saying about Joe Rogan?
No, I think what's happening here is, you know, we have a newer generation jumping in. Like the OGs are going to like want to see Joe Rogan. They're going to feel a little nostalgic with Joe. You know, they don't want to see him go. But at the same time, the UFC, I feel like it's kind of like...
he's not really going.
Yeah, they're kind of weaning him out. And
he weaned himself out.
Yeah, he's like kind of losing, you know, I think he loves it still. But at the same time, he's kind of pulling back himself.
But can you blame him? He got this $1 million deal with Spotify.
No, I don't blame him.
And he's happy. He moved to Texas, got a new studio, comfortable doing what he's doing. He knows that he only has to do UFC pay-per-views and still make ends meet. Like, this guy has no worries in the world, and neither should anyone listening. Like, just enjoy it when he's there, you know? Yeah. I don't understand why everyone's, you know, honing in on what people are critiquing about him.
Listen, a couple of things here. His Spotify podcast is not nearly as good as it was on YouTube. I know it's the same thing.
But he's making bank.
But when he moved, and this is why we are so much better than Joe Rogan. I hate to break it to you, Joe, but I'm going to speak some fact here. We were in New York. A lot of people were worried that by us leaving New York, we're going to lose our swag. We're going to Arizona, the retirement state over here. And what did we do? We came to Arizona. We made the show better. It's a better show. And we haven't even had a chance for everything to open up.
What does this have to do with Joe Rogan?
So look, I'm just going to pat myself in the back and dig a grave for Joe. Joe Rogan moved to Texas. He built that fucking weird-ass studio. Got a lot of criticism, and congratulations for getting... I mean, listen, he paved the way for podcasters. Joe Rogan's the king. He is the king, Joe Rogan. So pat him on the back for everything that he's done. But let's be serious. Ever since the move to Texas and the move to Spotify, kind of loses it a little bit. And now...
I disagree.
Really?
I disagree. He's finally fucking comfortable. Like,
yeah, I'm happy for him, but...
Like, I think it adds a whole other value that people aren't seeing. And
but the product is the same.
It's never going to be the same when you move, when you change something like that. That drastically. It will never be the same as we were a year ago because we changed the studio. And it's same for him. No, listen. People don't like change. It's not that the product is worse.
We changed tremendously. People
just don't like change. And we lost a lot of people because we changed. So, listen. At the end of the day, people fall into this comfort zone. They like what they see. They want to stick to that. It makes them comfortable, and they fall into this bubble, right? And when that bubble is moved or adjusted or spun around in any weird, bizarre way, people are going. There's going to be critique. There's going to be an uproar. I personally think there's a whole new value to Joe Rogan now that he's comfortable and in a different location with a different studio, new deal. It's different.
Do you watch him?
I've never watched him.
But when he was on YouTube, you kind of did, right? A little bit, not much, but you did more.
I mean, every once in a while, I would tune into something just like I do now.
But do you have any interest in anything Joe Rogan's doing right now?
Every once in a while, just like before, if I see something or he has an interesting guest, I'll tune in for a few minutes.
Okay, now?
Yeah, now.
When?
Well, I haven't done it in a while. But that doesn't mean that I don't do it.
But what I'm saying is this, Jess. Joe Rogan's hit the Mecca. So whatever he does, the stand-up comedy, the podcast, everything's going to be successful for him. It's going to work.
But everything's going to be critiqued.
And that's fine. You know, everyone gets critiqued. We get critiqued. Fucking Howard Stern gets critiqued. So what's the problem?
Why are we focusing
But I'm looking at this. I'm looking at Howard Stern, who's gotten critiqued by a lot of things. But I see what Howard Stern's doing, and he's still evolving. You know what I'm saying? And I still think it's for the better. He's evolving as a human being. We're seeing a metamorphosis of Howard. We saw that crazy, like, wacko Howard Stern turn into this kind of more.
That's different. You're talking
humble,
about the MMA world where people are never.
But what I'm talking about a big personality, and I me personally, seeing Rogan go over to Spotify and watching the product. I've tried to watch the product and listen to the product. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Listen, there's a taste for everything. I'm not going to say you're wrong by not being able to do it. You're one in probably a majority of people, right? But I feel like there's a demographic for everything. So when things change and people drop off because they don't like the change and they
feel the dynamic is different,
and they think the value dropped or whatever reason they stopped watching, there's going to be a new demographic that comes in and actually enjoys it. Enjoys the product that he's putting out.
I'm sure, but
so that's why I'm like, what do we care?
But I'm telling you the reason why people are criticizing this,
but why just move on? If you don't like it, you're gonna drop, and there's gonna be a new demographic of people who come in to take your place.
Well, I'm not sitting here. I'm sitting here just reacting to an article. I couldn't give two fucks with Joe Rogan.
Right, but I'm saying, in general, to these people who are criticizing, what good does it do? Just fucking move on.
Yeah, but people criticize everything. So what we're doing is we're reading an article here, right?
It doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to me. I find I'm kind of on Anik's side where like, yeah, shit's gonna change.
I don't think he lost it when it comes to the broadcasting aspect.
I don't either.
I think he's very similar. And some people say he's biased or whatever. Listen, commentating on fights is not easy. It's not like an easy job. And I think Joe Rogan set the bar on color commentating. I think he set the bar when it comes to podcasts as well.
Yeah.
That you can't ever take that away from Joe Rogan. But now he's getting a little older, and listen, he's still doing splits. He's in great shape, but it's getting to be that time, and I think he's starting to pull back from the UFC because he's realizing that it's kind of getting to the end of the road here, right?
Well, maybe he's not enjoying it anymore, and he's more enjoying this new version of this podcast he has. Maybe he's enjoying the new demographic of people that are coming in, this new wave. I mean, we've seen it.
Yeah, you got to pass the torch.
We've seen it a million times with our show, right? And we are tremendously smaller, but let's put it into perspective. Every year, we get a wave of people who leave and a wave of people who come in, right? It happens every year because every year the show changes.
Do you think, let me ask you this question and be honest, and I would love to ask Joe Rogan this question. Do you think if you ask Joe Rogan, his product right now, is he better than ever? Can he confidently look you in the eyes and say, listen, what I'm doing right now, I'm at the top of the game with my color commentating. I'm at the top of the game with my podcast.
I think he is I think he's comfortable enough at this point. He's already done everything he needs to do, everything he wanted to do. And that's why he's fallen into this comfort zone. I do think that he understands where his position is here.
I don't know. It's just, I think he's comfortable. I think that's what it is. He's comfortable.
But why is he comfortable?
Yeah,
because he's already done it.
He's reaping the benefits. But what I'm saying here now, he's reaping the benefits and he has
now this is where I come.
It's kind of pulled back.
But this is what I'm saying. So there's going to be that demographic of his viewers who are going to leave because they don't like seeing comfortable Joe. But then there's going to be a new wave of people who come in who will cater, or comfortable Joe will cater to.
I hope so, yeah.
So it happens with everything. And that's what I'm trying to say is like the change, the critique, it doesn't fucking matter. There's always an audience for it. Always. No matter who fucking bounces, there's always going to be someone else, twice as many people coming in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't do it for me. But I mean, listen, a lot of things don't do it for me. Maybe I'm just a miserable fuck. Maybe that's what it is.
Or
I don't have the attention
maybe you're
span.
just comfortable critiquing other things.
I like critiquing. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
You know why? Because
some people just like to criticize.
You know why I like to criticize? Because I get it, you know? And it doesn't bother me. I don't give a fuck. In fact, I've told her a million times that I'll take it, and I actually use criticism.
But not everyone's built like you.
Well, a lot of people are.
You know, like, you could take the criticism, but just be careful who you throw it out to. And you also have to think about karma. You know?
Well, who's karma?
Just because you get criticism doesn't mean that you should throw it out to other people.
Well, I think criticism is good. I think because here's the thing. I respect everything he's done. Just like Luke Thomas. I respect what Luke Thomas has done. I respect what a lot of these guys, even though I don't understand their, the way they go about certain things, I still respect it. I respect success.
Yes.
I'll always
respect
hard work and success. I always respect that. There's no way around it. And maybe people think my way of criticizing is disrespectful, but by no means that's what I'm trying to do.
Right.
I'm just giving an honest opinion.
Right.
And that's all I can do.
But see, that's different. There's a group of people, and that's what John Anik is talking about, who literally are just criticizing to criticize. Not out of any
Some
respect
do.
or anything. They just want to throw shade.
Well, I also think that your biggest critics are the people that are most envious of you, right? So a lot of people that throw shade.
So you're saying this group of people is envious of Joe Rogan being comfortable now.
100%.
And they don't like that, so now they're going to criticize and bounce.
Yes, because here's the thing. There's a reason why people waste so much time on certain celebrities or certain entrepreneurs or musicians or athletes, whatever, right? The reason why people spend so much time on these people is because they envy them. That's why they do it.
Well,
and they drive all this negative energy in that direction because they want to be those people.
You have to think, when Joe Rogan was still building that success, building that road, right? Everybody was on board, everyone was watching because it was inspirational. Now he's accomplished everything he wanted to do. He's finally comfortable. He's doing his podcast, doing his thing, hunting elk. You know, like the guy is just he's successfully did it.
He's what a lot of people want to be.
And and now that he did it, people are like, well, fuck, there's nothing to be inspired by anymore because you're not rising anymore. You're just there.
It would be kind of cool, and maybe he has addressed this, but it would be kind of cool if he's like, yeah, I just mailed it in, man. You know, I would love it if he's like, yo, I made a boatload of money. I don't think that
chilling. Because he didn't really mail it in. He's still working. He's just happy
I kind of feel
with
it though, man.
How often he works.
Just by seeing when he moved over to Spotify, like there's a vibe that it just kind of feels like he's just more like, whatever, who cares, you know? I kind of feel it, but you know, maybe I'm assessing it wrong. Let's go into the donations. Apologies, guys.
Wonderful.
Hey, Hector, how you doing, man?
I'm seeing the confidence in Usman's eyes. That guy is not losing anytime soon. Gilbert will get reckless and will make a mistake, and Usman always capitalizes on mistakes.
See this, Jesse? That means I agree. I concur.
Sorry, Hector.
How do you go against Marty? Kamaru Deem. What's his name? Kamaru Deem?
Pains me, JRE. Switch to Spotify. Don't ever switch.
But you're a perfect example. There was change and you don't like change.
Yeah, but okay. So, and here's what I don't give a fuck that he went to Spotify. In fact, I was patting him on the back. I was saying, this is great. This is great for everybody. You know, anyone that's in the podcast game, the fact that Joe Rogan got paid a boatload of money to go to Spotify, you can say he's a sellout, but if he brings that heat over to the new platform. You can't say
you wouldn't do the same thing.
100%. You kidding me? If someone dumped a boatload of money on me, I would take this party and move it to that platform 100%. But here's the thing, and Joe Rogan said the same thing. He doesn't want them to control him, right?
He still wants his creative control.
From what I gather, he's still speaking his mind. I hope that's the case, right? But I still feel the product doesn't feel the same. It doesn't. I don't know. It just doesn't. But people said the same thing about...
Product will always change.
People said the same thing about Howard Stern, and he did change significantly. But...
People change.
He's still fucking Howard Stern, though. You understand what I'm saying?
People change. Product change. New people come in. People leave. Like, it's just all part of the notion. It's just how it works. It's just how it's supposed to work.
Colby Covington wants to kiss your hand.
Donald Trump, can I kiss your hand?
Kiss your hand. Kiss your hand. Trump, you have a delicious hand.
Hey, Travis.
Thanks for trying to have Elliot on. Sup all holes.
How you doing, Travis? Yeah, I don't know. Listen, the Skype, there was no sound. And then when we finally had him on the phone, the signal kept dropping on us. So I don't know what the hell happened there, but we do it again. We'll call him before the show.
I think he got upset with us for a second.
Listen.
I had to explain to him
it's all good, man. It's all good.
Yeah, I think he got upset.
We're not everyone's cup of tea.
Wonderful.
Vlad.
If you haven't watched the Nigga New podcast, I recommend it. The way he explains his life is like a movie.
Oh, Vlad.
So Ngannou has a podcast, his own?
No.
Wait.
Why did you say like that, Vlad?
Wait.
Oh, God.
I know what he said, but wait, hold on a second.
Thank you.
Ngannou podcast.
I was asking, does he have a podcast? Hey, Jonathan McRae is now a member of the show, baby.
Hey, what's up, boy?
It's an Apple podcast.
So Ngannou is marketing himself very nicely. It's
an Apple podcast.
He's got his own watch party going on, but it's like a pre-recorded thing with some fans. Gets them together. They have dinner. They watch the fights together. He's like, hey, look at the fight. That's nice. And he's got his own podcast. This is great. Good for Ngannou, man. It's on Apple?
That's what I'm seeing, but I don't know.
He needs to get on YouTube or something, man.
I'm not finding a name of it or anything like that.
Maybe it's what Vlad called it. Maybe that's what he called it.
No.
Oh, and JRE.
Wonderful.
The same as on JRE. I did not see it.
I think I get where you're coming from as far as the product.
Yeah.
He's pulled back joking about trannies, gays, and politics. He seems to ride the fence more and it's noticeable.
Yeah.
Kind of expected though. Happens to most everything as it grows.
Yeah.
But that's the thing too, like, and you hit the nail right on the head. It's people like I honestly believe that it's not just the product that changes, but the hosts change too, right? So
Well, I changed. Think about it.
everybody does, and for anyone to expect different is fucking delusional.
Yeah.
Everybody changes with time and experience and situations. Everything can change a person.
Now they're saying there's a massive delay. Are we?
What?
No, there's no massive delay.
No, we're good.
Come on, Justin. What are we doing?
Stop listening to Justin. He's just like a fucking micromanager. Stop listening to
Why
him.
are you getting so mad?
Because he's so annoying.
He's 13.
A micromanaging 13-year-old.
I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt, but
Okay,
I'm looking
well,
right now, and there's no massive delay. Justin,
It's not your show, Justin.
Shame.
Hush.
So what the fuck were we talking about?
Vlad was coming in with how things change and everything.
No, there was a point you were making.
Yeah, I was saying it's not just the product that changes, it's the people that change. And for anyone to expect differently, it's kind of ignorant, kind of delusional to think so, right?
Yeah.
But that's why waves of people come in and out.
But you know what, though? We're entitled to our opinions.
Yeah, of course. 100%.
So here's the thing. Like, if you're in the public eye, people are going to say negative things. You know what I'm saying? So, and I never really see Joe Rogan even, like, he never even entertains it. So he actually handles it very well.
Well, he's acknowledged certain criticisms before. Like,
but he doesn't give a fuck,
like he
and
would
that's cool.
speak out about it and like acknowledge it and then, set the record straight.
He gets criticized, but he moves on. He doesn't give a shit. And that's how he does it. He does that very well.
Such a big following, he has no choice but to not
so who
care.
cares if
Yeah.
people complain?
Yeah.
People are going to complain. And
I guess Anik, as his buddy, is just trying to kind of ease people off of the thing. Because it is kind of like weird that everyone's kind of honing in on this. Like why?
Well, I mean, some people, I don't know. When they watch the broadcast, maybe they're done with the, he's hurt! He's hurt! Maybe they're done with that. But I tell you what, I find myself fucking doing that too. It's like a natural,
I don't think they're
guy
done with it.
fucking yell.
Honestly, I don't think they're done with it. I think people are just upset because Rogan is comfortable now. He's making good money. He doesn't have to do what he used to do to grind to the top, I think people are just upset about that.
Where will the MMA-Holes be in 5 years? Says Michael Hickboy. Where will the MMA-Holes be in 5 years? I mean, if you think about the trajectory of the previous almost 5 years, not quite 5 yet, but in another 5 years, megastars.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm talking about super duper stars, like capes, the whole deal.
I'm in.
Right? I see big things.
All right, Moss, let's wrap it up. I have no more news for you, and I think we hit every topic tonight.
I see big things. That's it?
God. That's it, Moss.
Okay, we'll see you on Friday night.
Yes.
Maybe Raf tomorrow on our second channel, not the MMA Holes. Maybe. Who knows? But make sure you hit that like button if you're watching the replay, and 180 still hanging with the boys. Thank you very much. Hit the like right now, immediately. We got some cool conversations. We are locked up, it looks like, with XMMA. So their next event, boom, we're firing up on all cylinders. Not only will we be doing the UFC reactions, the Bellator reactions, all that stuff, big boxing events. And I don't know why I did that.
That was very sassy.
But we will actually be showing the fights here as well when it comes to XMMA. So shout out to XMMA for making that happen here on the MMA Holes, breaking the boundaries on YouTube. And who knows what's next? Sky's the limit.
All right, guys.
And I apologize for Elliot technical difficulties.
We'll try to get him back on another interview for sure.
We'll see how that works out. But yeah.
All right, guys. Like Ma said, we'll be live on Friday night, 10 p.m. Eastern time. Be there. And thank you to our sponsors. Ballzy, ballwash.com, promo code MMA Hole, 15% off for all your sensitive berries. And Lux Bidet, Link in the description. Get 10% off at checkout. MysticRootsCBD.com. All of your CBD needs, organic, healthy, and amazing. 20% off. Promo code MMA-Holes, MMA-HOLES. Thank you guys for joining us. And as always, don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA.